going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Micaiah touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
You are looking at Farmlinks Field in Fayetteville, where tonight the 4-2 Fayetteville Wolves will take on the 3-4 Thorsby Rebels in a big Class 2A Region 4 matchup. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tommy Wood, along with Coach Rick Rhodes, as we start to look at this ball game tonight. And, Coach, when you get to this point of the season, it's time to start thinking about the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. And I tell you, the big thing in our promo right there was the word region, because this is a big region game. A playoff berth is at stake. Both of them have 2 losses in the region, and the losers are going to have a tough time.
You talk about Thorsby. They've got a great running back in Jacob Lockhart. Let's talk a little bit about that young man.
Well, he leads the Rebels in both rushing and receiving. He averages 6.7 yards per carry. He has 8 catches on the year for 237 yards. He will be the bell cow of that offense.
On the other side for Fayetteville, an outstanding quarterback in Pacey DeLoach. He's a young one, but he's getting it done.
Well, I think if you'd have gotten there at 3 o'clock today, you probably would have seen him lining the field, because he does everything else for the Wolves. He plays quarterback. He plays receiver some. He's going to throw the ball. He'll catch it some. Starts at cornerback as well. He just does everything for the Wolves.
Both of these times are still looking for a chance to make it into the postseason, and when you get into a game like this, we think it's going to be pretty evenly matched. What are some keys to this ball game, brought to you by Heritage Freight Warehousing and Logistics?
Well, Thorsby has really had trouble scoring points in their last 2 games. You can see they've only scored 8 points in their last 2 games. Obviously, it's hard to win football games when you do that. Fayetteville with problems just the opposite. They've given up an average of 44 points a game over the last 4 games. And keep in mind, Thorsby won this game last year 50-7. So it's all going to boil down to who can make the big plays, who can stop the big plays, and who's going to win the down and distance battle.
It is homecoming night at Fayetteville as the Wolves take on the Rebels in the HSAA Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundations.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM, your TV home for high school sports in Alabama. This Thursday on WOTM, catch the AHSAA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundations. This week's matchup features the Jacksonville Eagles versus the White Plains Wildcats. Stay with WOTM through the postseason for live games all 4 weeks for the playoffs. WOTM, the home of the AHSAA Super 7 from Jordan Hare.
Back at Farmlinks Field, about 78 degrees here as we're about ready for kickoff, Coach. And we've seen a little taste of fall and kind of liking that. And I think if you're Coach Darrell Davis, you're trying to find your team just continuing to make tracks toward the playoffs.
Well, for sure. And Coach Davis is kind of a mainstay in Thorsby. Thorsby grad, has been there 15 years, 30-39 overall as the head coach there, but 20-9 in his last 3 years there. And has built them into a pretty consistent winner.
On the other side, John Limbaugh, his 8th season as head coach at Fayetteville. He's 33-45, and Fayetteville trying to get back in the playoffs for the first time since 2015. And that same year was the last time that Fayetteville posted a win over Thorsby, but they'll get that opportunity tonight. And, Coach, I'm expecting a pretty good ball game. I mean, I think this is going to be a really good matchup. And, as you take a look at some of the rankings in this region, that's what we're talking about all night tonight. Reeltown, perfect 7-0 in the year, 4-0 in region play. Lafayette, 3-3, and then, of course, they've only got 1 loss in region play. Now, after that kind of a logjam, Coach, you look at Thorsby at 2-2 in the region, and then on down, really a tie for 4th.
That's right. That number on the far left doesn't mean very much at all, but that number on the far right means a lot. Those 2-2-2-2, those are going to change, and one of them is going to change tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're trying to find a way to really nail down a spot. And I think the way I'm understanding it, of course, you still got some more region games to play, but if Fayetteville can get a win tonight, that pretty much puts them in third spot. And then Thorsby will be facing an uphill climb. And we talked about the regions as they stand now, but you've also got to look at who the teams still have yet to play. After tonight, Fayetteville still going to be facing Horseshoe Bend and Vincent that are below them. And you've got a Thorsby team that's still got Fayetteville and Coosa Central. And only one more region game for Thorsby after tonight. Yeah,
and of course the big thing in all that is you don't want to get that third loss this early,
no.
And so it makes it a very crucial game in that regard. And of course as we've seen, if anybody follows the Major League Baseball playoffs, you get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. You got kicking off for Thorsby, and Kobe Davis, the senior, he'll be booting it away. Back deep for Fayetteville. Kason Bryant waits to return this one as they will fake the kick and then step back. Also, you got deep. Here's Luke White. It's going to be fielded out to the 20, 25-yard line. Now trying to find a little gap, and finally being slung to the ground is going to be Brady Holmes, who returns that one. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves out at about the 27-yard line. Stopped by Thorsby. Caleb Davis in to make the stop.
Good kick right there. Anytime you can, pin that ball from the hash to the sideline, it cuts that field. As we get a good look at Pacey DeLoach, the player that we featured. He's a dual threat guy and a very good young athlete.
Yeah, he's going to be fun to watch tonight. 6'1", 165, a sophomore, and he will be the focus of our pregame. I'm pretty sure that Fayetteville understands that Thorsby will have him circled on the depth chart as well. They'll be watching number 2 throughout the evening. We'll take it. We're going to give it off on first play. Not a whole lot there. As getting drilled in the backfield is going to be Ritchie on the first carry of the ball game. Let's take a look at this Fayetteville offense. As we mentioned, the quarterback, Pacey DeLoach, Brady Ritchie in the backfield with him. They got a tight end in Jacob Weiss, good-sized young man there. On the outside, it's White Hill and Keaton, and the line of Ritchie, Darden, DeLoach, Darden, and Ogle across the front line for the Wolves. 2nd down at about 12. They'll say he lost a couple on that play. So this time they'll go back to the reverse. Going the other way with it, trying to get a block. Gets one. Flag going to come in on that one.
I think this one's coming back.
Going to come back after a pretty good gain for Luke White. But that's going to be a blindside block on the far side, and I believe this one
Luke White
is going to move the Wolves back.
For a gain of about 7 yards, but penalty flags on the play.
That time just tried to go with the misdirection, then try to go with the reverse to really catch Thorsby over pursuing.
I tell you, our game of the week has become, as we see the illegal block.
You'll see the blind
right
side
there
right
on
there.
the right.
Yeah, he just
got the tail end of it.
That's it right there. And that flag
Boy, we have
flying in a hurry.
We've been reverse central, haven't we? We've seen more reverses now in the last 4 weeks than I think I've seen in the last 20 years.
I think if coaches want to run a reverse, they just need to schedule us to come on Thursday night.
We'll guarantee it.
So 2nd down and long now after that penalty. DeLoach flips it on the outside. Catch is going to be made. Good positive yardage. Now scooting away from that. Good tough running out to the 25-yard line. Back out to the 27. And that is a good run right there after the catch by Kason Bryant. Let's take a look now at the Thorsby defense. Up front, you got Arledge, Lee, Sellers, and Watson, the linebackers of Davis and Smith. They list 3 safeties. Tyler Ray, you'll see him slide up closer to the line of scrimmage throughout the night, but also in the secondary, Barnett, Davis, Leverett, and Lockhart. 3rd down, and about 10 to go. DeLoach is going to go with a slant pattern across the middle, going to be broken up. Tried to find number 5 coming across the middle. That is Hunter Hill. A good play by Leverett, 6'3", and he just reached in and slapped that one away, and it's punting time for Fayetteville. There's nowhere to put that football. So now Fayetteville going to have to punt the football away. On 4th down and 10. So the penalty really was tough against the Wolves and puts them in a behind-the-chain situation, and now punting it away. He's going to be matching. Good snap to him. Floats one out of there. They get away from it, let it roll. And it is going to roll dead at about the 36-yard line, and that's where the Thorsby offense will take
Patch's
over.
punt is down at
First
the
down and 10.
36-yard line, where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10.
Good look there at Machen. I think one of the better athletes on the field now. Big, strong guy. Has played some quarterback, also some receiver.
Barnett there.
Look right there, Barnett. His stats now, he's carried the ball 7-8 times for 270 yards, 42 for 86 thrown, but he has thrown 10 interceptions. We need to keep that in mind. Has 6 TDs on the year as well.
First down and 10 for the Rebels. He's just going to quarterback keep it all the way. Barnett comes around the left end, gets a block on the outside, turns it up across the 40. He will pick up a gain of about 12 to the 43-yard line. Just an old quarterback sweep right there. Got body on body over here on the near side, and he was able to get loose and pick up a gain of 12.
Nothing fancy about that. He just tucked it around the left side. They got it pinned to the inside and sealed to the outside and picked up a nice gain.
Holmes forces him out of bounds. As I say, he stepped out a little bit earlier, so 2nd down and 3. Barnett this time. We'll give it off to Lockhart. He'll try the right side. Got his first down, bounces it, and he will get across midfield. Got a flag coming in at about the 47-yard line. That's Lockhart, good run that time.
It's a speed sweep, and you saw the patience that Lockhart had. He used his blocks real well, scooted to the outside, picked up another block, had a nice game, but I think it's going to all be for naught.
I was going to say block in the back if I'm proficient in my lip reading. And that will be the block in the back. So a big penalty on both opening drives for each team now.
Well, that evens that up. Another look at Coach Davis.
Thorsby trying to make it back to the playoffs again. Tough region that they play in with Reeltown and Lafayette. This time, zone read and nowhere to run the football. That time he finally gave it away to Lockhart, but standing in his way was Blake Ritchie, and he brings him down immediately. Just really great penetration right up the gut.
Yeah, really almost took the handoff in the backfield and just nowhere to go with the football.
Ritchie only 5'10", 215, but really shed that blocker in a hurry. 3rd down and 4 now. And coming to the near side is going to be Smith trying to get to the outside. He's hit, spun around, and the Fayetteville defense comes up with a stop. That is a great play out on the perimeter. Bringing him down is going to be Bryant. Also helping out there was Matchin.
Yeah, you can
see just grab the jersey and hang on.
You can see Case and Bryant from his linebacker position is really just going to outrun Smith to the corner, and does a great job of hemming him up and waiting for some more friends in black shirts to show up.
So now punting the football away, the Rebels can't get anything going on offensively either. And this ball is going to hit and roll inside the 25-yard line down to about the 23. That's where we'll get our second look at this Fayetteville offense as they come out 1st down and 10.
Looks like a couple of boxers just kind of feeling each other out right now. Lots of hit, not much yardage yet.
You know, and it's critical. This is a perfect example where penalties really can kill a drive. I mean, both teams able to get on track because of early penalties here in this ballgame.
No, there's no question about it. And you know, penalties are always bad. You know, we talked about down and distance and how important it was going to be. Well, you get a penalty in early downs. It takes out about 2/3 of your playbook, and these teams are both run-oriented teams, which makes it even much more of a problem. As we see Thorsby a little bit late adjusting to the polecat, but picked it up pretty well.
Yeah, intercepted and run into the end zone is Tyler Ray. That time just tried a little trickeration, and he'll pick it off and go into the end zone.
Well, that's the lonesome polecat formation, but that polecat right there didn't look very lonesome right there. And you can see they got a whole line out front, but nobody accounted for that young man right there. And what a heads-up play by Tyler Ray. And Thorsby is on the board.
Officials sorting things out there. Looks like there's some question as to the indication here. And
now I want to be
finally here's the official finally giving us a little. The touchdown is good.
Now let me be clear here, Tommy. I did not call Tyler Ray a polecat.
I understand. I
just
understand.
Make that, you can see that.
Look at him sneak up there.
Yeah, you know they've got numbers out here, but great job of recognizing the play. And I mean, Ray gets right in the throwing lane, and that's not easy to catch that tip ball now.
Takes it into the end zone. 6-0. Thorsby with the early lead. Back on the field. Going to be Barnett, rolls right, just throws it up into the end zone. Battle for it. And Ray caught it, but I believe he's going to be out of bounds. Check that, it was not Ray. That was actually Sanchez, couldn't pull it in. So 6-0. 8:35 left here in the first period.
Boy, that happened quick.
It did. If you watch the whole thing, Thorsby was late getting on the field.
They were late getting on the field, and they were late adjusting to the change.
You watch how this happens. Thorsby's rushing on the field late, and this is the 2-point right here. As he just throws it up, Barnett. He's got a man back there, and he goes up and just on the line, and so 6-0 our score. But you see him sneak up, and Ray just reads that, and again, nowhere to put that football. And I think getting on the field late actually helped the defense out.
Oh, I think you're exactly right. You know, what you try to do when you get into that polecat formation is you try to get basically a screen with your offensive line out to the wide side of the field and hope the defense doesn't adjust. Well, they didn't adjust to the lineup, but they sure adjusted to the thrown ball. And really, as we said earlier, just a heads-up play.
So 6-0 our score. Thorsby strikes first on a defensive touchdown. Pick 6 there. 8:35 left here in the first. And the Rebels going to kick it away again. Low end over end kick. Just hits and stops. Then picked up coming to the near side to the 30-yard line. Darting in and out to about the 33-yard line for the Wolves. And that is Bryant on the return. And it will bring the Fayetteville offense back out onto the field.
30 out to the 32 where the Wolves will take over 1st and 10.
You know, Tommy, I really like the color schemes and the uniforms of both teams. They look sharp. Kind of feel like I'm watching Colorado right here.
Yeah, or Wake Forest.
Or Wake Forest, yeah.
1st down and 10. 2 wideouts go to either side. Deloach and Ritchie in the backfield. And here comes Ritchie, chopped down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, that little crossbuck off the speed sweep can be so tough to defend because those linebackers have to honor the speed sweep, but really a good job by the Rebel interior to penetrate and hold that to really no gain. You can see lots of white shirts behind the offensive line of scrimmage of Fayetteville.
Actually, Seth Limbaugh in there to carry that one. He's 5'7", 235 as a sophomore. Deloach throws it a little bit behind his receiver, trying to get Luke White out here. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Try to throw a little seam route right there, but the ball well behind the intended receiver.
So 3rd down and 8. If you're Fayetteville, you've just given up a pick 6, and you want to get something going offensively and get you a 1st down and keep the offense out there for a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit phased by that. Obviously, nobody expected that. That was kind of a lightning bolt from the skies.
This time, Deloach steps back. A little bit of pressure, throwing it down the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked off again. Intercepted and across the 50-yard line, bouncing it outside. On the return is going to be Phillips, and he will turn it down the far sideline. Check it, Lockhart. That is number 1 on the return, and he will take it deep into Fayetteville territory, and the defense strikes again.
Well, somebody broke a route off. It looked like it was supposed to be verticals down the middle of the field, and you can see, you know, there's nobody in the middle of the field except the free safety, Lockhart, who rolls back in there and makes a nice play and a good run after the catch. Pretty good sudden change by Thorsby, too, and Thorsby's knocking on the door again.
Ball at about the 15-yard line inside the Metro Goals red zone. And here come the Rebels, 1st down and 10. Barnett flips it out here, caught by Smith. Smith's got a wall of blockers in front. He will dive into a defender, take it inside to about the 4-yard line, but a powerful run that time by A.J. Smith out of the backfield. Again, Barnett, your quarterback. Lockhart, an H-back. Wide receiving core of Ray, Sellers, and Blake Lockhart, and the front line of Davis, Phillips, Kendrick, also Lee, and Littlejohn. This time they'll fake the speed sweep. Barnett looking for a gap. Hit, slips through one, and dives. And is he into the end zone? Looks like they will mark him into the end zone, and that is good for another touchdown. So again, Thorsby on the board. Or did they mark the knee down? It's hard to tell. I
thought I saw a touchdown signal. Of course, this is the quarterback counter off the speed sweep. Very difficult. Runs right through the initial hit of Blake Machen and just wheels the ball into the end zone. I believe they gave him the score. We'll see.
That's it. And so here we are with a 2-point conversion. Barnett fakes it. Speed sweep out here going to be caught. And walking into the end zone for the 2 is going to be Tyler Ray. And 14-0 the lead for Thorsby.
You know, you pump the ball the opposite way, that freezes those inside linebackers. You do a nice job of setting up the quick screen back to the short side of the field. Well-designed play, and put him in the end zone. Here's the turnover again. Ball thrown to a vacated center of the field. Lockhart looks like he was out to practice early. Nice run after the catch. Real nice sudden change by the Rebels. Looks like he's going to run out of the back of the end zone, but a nice little shoestring tackle there to temporarily save it. Now here's the quarterback counter. Watch him run right through the shoestring tackle right there. Good leg drive, keeps moving and puts him on the board.
Barnett in, and then there's the 2-point conversion. They just quick screen on the outside, caught by Ray. We've already seen he can catch a football, and he takes it into the end zone. And quickly, 7:08 left in the first, and Thorsby on top, 14-0.
I think it'd be safe to say that at this point, Thorsby is all over Fayetteville. They have taken advantage of the miscues and turned them into points.
Thorsby is set to kick it off.
Get a pick 6, and then an interception leads to 6 more. Fayetteville's offense not able to get anything going here in the first few moments of this one.
You know, coaches never look very happy, do they?
No.
Unlike broadcasters.
That's right. We're happy as we can be.
Of course, Coach Davis is a Thorsby guy. Went to school there, has been there a long time.
It's time to kick a little bit higher. And going to be fielded by one of the up men. Dropped. And then falling on it deep is going to be, is that Richie on the fall there?
I guarantee you, one of the things you don't want as a coach is somebody with 54 on their back trying to make an over-the-shoulder catch.
Yeah, a little Willie Mays there.
On a kickoff. That was Dakota Ogle, all 6'1", 265 of him. He moved pretty well and really made a nice almost catch. But let that back line handle it, Blake.
He saw the moment in the sun, took advantage of that. You know, you're supposed to take advantage of every opportunity. So let's see if Fayetteville's offense can get something going here. They'll come out. Again, there's Pacey DeLoach. In the backfield with him is going to be Bryant. DeLoach is back to pass. Going to throw it out in the flats. It's going to be caught around the 30-yard line. That's a well-delivered pass, and good catch out there by Hill.
Pass is complete to Hunter Hill. Play picks up 5 yards.
Well-timed little hitch route right there. That ball's in the air right when the break occurred and picked up a nice 6-yard gain. Goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. The thing the Wolves need right now is they need a drive. You know, they need a little momentum wearing a black jersey for a while. This game has been all Thorsby to this point.
And protect the football for sure. Second down and about 5. And DeLoach, a little delayed draw there. Handoff going to be to Bryant. He's got a first down. That is good running on the far side. And he will pick up the first down. The first down for the Wolves.
Yeah, you had number 52 by my roster. That's Aiden Hill that comes off the edge untouched, and Run is able to go right underneath him, and picks up a very, very crucial first down. Very good running that time by I believe that was Bryant, if I'm not mistaken.
So first down and 10 for the Wolves. We'll go back to the speed sweep. Trying to get outside, nowhere to run. That is a good stop by Pacey DeLoach. We talked about him doing a little bit of everything, and he gets a big stop right there as he will chop down.
Play loses a yard. Bring up
Hunter Hill. He'll be brought down there. Barnett actually the stop as he will step up and make this hit. Just nowhere for Hunter Hill to go. So second down and 11 now. This time, keeper, left side, nowhere to run that football. And a big stop in there by number 77, Chris Arledge, 6'3", 340. He is a sophomore, and he'll make the stop right there in the interior. There's nowhere to run that football, and brings up third and long.
Yeah, and that was Luke White that took the snap that time.
White just tries to keep it on the left side.
A little bit quarterback counter off of the inside zone that time. You see big number 77 for Thorsby. Chris Arledge, all 6'3", 310 pounds of him.
So 14-0 our score here, under 5 minutes to play, and a big third down right here. Deloach is back, going to float it deep. Got a man down there, the catch. Gets a foot down. That is a great catch by Luke White. Able to drag that foot and pick up a big first down. This is a well-delivered pass, Coach.
Yeah, it really is. It's, you know, a little bench route right to the sideline, and nice concentration, and the toe got down. Maybe the toe was down before the heel went out.
Incomplete to Luke White.
Yeah. Now it looks like they're going to take it away.
And you can see why. That heel could have very easily come down on that white line. That's a good call by the official.
So after they talk about it, they're going to rule this pass incomplete.
Watch the left heel right there. And it's going to come down on that line.
So now it's going to be fourth down and punting time for the Wolves.
You know, Tommy, while we got a second, you don't know what's so unusual about high school football. Let's talk about the nose guard position. A couple weeks ago, our nose guard weighed 114 pounds.
Right.
Tonight, he weighs 310.
Yeah.
You know, there's a slight difference there.
Yeah, it depends on the scheme, I guess. High snap here, going to be fielded, and he does get it out of there. And it is going to hit. They'll let it roll. Looks like it's going to roll at about the 26-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Thorsby Rebels there. Yeah, that is a difference.
Little bit different style.
Yeah, very much so. You either want your guy who really both of them can give a center fit. So
oh, absolutely.
You talk about that. You've got a quick guy that he can wreak havoc in the interior, and you got another one that you just can't move out of there.
You know, a couple weeks ago, the nose guard from Spring Garden, you know, he did a lot of submarine and just gave the center havoc. You know, Chris Arledge is just loading up and trying to run over the center, and I mean, nothing illegal about that, but believe me, that'll get you thinking too.
Smith on the carry, breaks one tackle, spinning, churning, and able to get positive yardage. Looked like he would be stopped in the backfield. Instead, he's going to pick up about 7 yards. We'll call it second down and 3. This is just a tough run.
Yeah, it really is. You know, Smith is averaging, you know, a little over 4.5 yards a carry. Good, tough running right there. But he also is averaging 25.3 yards per catch on thrown passes, so we might want to look for that a little bit later in the game as well.
Thorsby up by a couple of touchdowns here. Looking to add to it. Stepping back. Barnett looking, got plenty of time. Trying to decide what to do. Now going to roll. Got a flag coming in, and he's just going to have to step out of bounds. There was just no one open. Good coverage downfield by Fayetteville, and I believe there's going to be a hold back here in the interior line.
Yeah, they sunk in coverage. Everybody in their zone, read the quarterback, just know where to go with it. And I don't know whether this is going to be, I think it's probably going to be a hold, but I don't know whether it's going to be offensively or defensively. So we'll find out.
And the official will give us the holding call against the offensive side. I believe they got the left side, either Little John or Lee seem to be tangled up. So that's going to move Thorsby back. Take it to about second down, and looks to be about 20 yards to go. And those penalties jump up and get you.
Well, you know, those long, you know, we talk about down and distance, and those long yardage situations are always tough, and you're not going to escape that one.
Now Barnett is harassed in the backfield and brought down. That's a good stop in there by number 54, Dakota Ogle. He wrapped those arms around him and would not let him go. Big sack for this Wolf defense.
You can see Dakota is the nose guard for Fayetteville, and that's called a bull rush technique, folks. Gets underneath the center, just takes him straight back, comes off the edge to the quarterback side, and that's about as good as you can do it right there.
Very good penetration. He just took his man and got the hands in the chest and just pushed him straight back.
I would say Dakota looks the part.
He's getting it done there on the interior of that line. Third and about 25 now. Barnett back, going to throw it deep. Looking, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted over there, and that's going to be Pacey Deloach, who doubles as the quarterback, and he reads that quarterback and jumps up and gets the INT, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Wolves. Great coverage.
Yeah, if you're going to throw this route, if you're going to throw this fade route, you've got to throw it over the outside shoulder of the receiver. If you don't, the safety is always a possibility. Actually, number 2, Deloach was in coverage on the inside receiver read the quarterback's eyes very well and gets right over the top on that ball thrown too far inside and makes a nice interception. It looks like he's going to be split out to the top of our screen this time.
That time just snuck a peek back in the backfield and saw the ball floating. Going to be a keeper on the right side. And again, not a lot of room. I believe that's White on the carry.
Well, that's that Wildcat running game, and of course the advantage of that is that you've got an extra blocker because the quarterback's not giving the ball off, and I believe that may be
matching, yeah, 12.
Big strong guy who, in a game earlier this year rushed for over 100 yards, running stuff just exactly like that. The Wildcat package can be real tough on people. And it looks like that Matchin is going to get a couple more snaps here at quarterback.
So he will line up, take the snap this time, try the left side. He is hit right at the line and turned away. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, just know where to go. Really try to run a power play that time, block down and kick out and pull the opposite guard through, but very well defended by Thorsby. Just know where to go.
So we'll say 3rd and about 9 for Fayetteville. Good field position, just trying to get something out of this. They really need a touchdown.
Coach Limbaugh's going to have to dig a little deeper in that offensive bag. He hasn't been able to find the right combination yet, but we're early.
Thorsby defense been pretty tough this time. Dropping back to pass, throwing it out here and incomplete.
Yeah, just ran a little quick out right there, and that one was badly overthrown.
Trying to find Tyler Hill on a crossing pattern.
4th and 9.
So now 4th and 9 for Fayetteville. Kind of in no man's land here, just inside the 37-yard line. So Fayetteville's going to go for it here.
See that C on Matchin's jersey, and of course that signifies captain.
Big 4th down play here. And get them to jump. That'll help out.
That'll help a little bit.
Again, go with that hard snap count. Get them in the neutral zone, and that's going to move it forward 5 yards. And from 4th and 9, it's now 4th and 4. So the playbook can be opened a little bit more now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we talked a little bit about this earlier, but Matchin is, he's played quarterback before this year. Had, as I said earlier this year, rushed and threw for over 100 yards. So he's not a stranger to this.
So a minute 20 remaining here in this first period. Matchin pretty much an empty backfield. He does have some blockers to his right as he steps back. Looking. Intended for DeLoach down there at the end zone. DeLoach goes up. There's a flag on the play, but DeLoach comes down with it for a Fayetteville touchdown. My goodness, what a catch.
Yeah, great combination and really a well-thrown ball by Matchin, who, the last 2 years has been the starting quarterback for Fayetteville. And you see why this ball, now watch this ball, it is thrown over the outside shoulder, puts the receiver's body between the defender and the ball, and really almost impossible to defend. I don't know what the flag was, just like football to me, but we'll see.
They'll go with pass interference against Thorsby. Of course, that will be declined, but Matchin drops a dime down there at the goal line, and a great catch by DeLoach. But Matchin put it right on the money, and now.
Pretty play, huh, Tommy?
I like that.
Yeah, that ball was thrown right on the money, and great concentration to haul it in.
Extra point coming up for Fayetteville. Try to cut the lead in half, and the kick is up, and it's a 14-7 game.
That was Levi Phillips that split the uprights.
The Wolves jump back in there. It all started with Pacey DeLoach. As you see him, he's got his inside receiver. He sneaks back in the backfield and says, hey, I'm going to get off this guy, and here we go. That is a great read by a safety.
Nice job of coming off his receiver, just reading the eyes of the quarterback, and then really a well-thrown ball and great concentration. And I tell you, the key to that catch right there is watch him catch the ball high, right at eye level. Gives him a chance to to see that ball. So many times high school, well, even beyond high school, receivers drop balls because they catch those deep balls too low. Once you get past your eyes, it's easy to misjudge it. It'll come off your fingertips, but great concentration that time, great throw, and a great score. And this game just got a little more interesting there, Tommy.
DeLoach with a couple of exhibitions of great hands as he gets one on the interception defensively, and then a great catch in the end zone on the pass from Matchin. And it's a 14-7 game. Thorsby leading by 7. As Phillips will kick it off for the Wolves.
Phillips set to kick off for the Wolves.
Showed a pretty good leg on the PAT. Let's see where he kicks this thing. You know,
little squib kick.
little squib right down there.
And he fielded and trying to bounce it outside and getting some blocking before being pushed out of bounds on the far side is going to be Theodore Lee. Number 70, 5'10", 190, a senior there, but very alertly picks that one up.
And plays that well-known ball handling position called left guard.
That's exactly right.
And he's saying, by gosh, you go kick it to me, buddy. I'm not falling on this thing. I'm going to pick it up and go.
So you see what's going on here. You see these linemen kind of rebelling on the kickoff return. They're saying, hey, you know, we can do this.
We had an over-the-shoulder. I'm really
right.
kind of surprised he didn't pitch it, you know, when he, have an option play.
Yeah,
but pretty good field position, pretty good return.
1st and 10 for the Rebels. Barnett's got it. And he will give it off, and not a lot of room there at all. Lockhart on the carry. Great defense by the Wolves there.
Well, you know, and that's a read play, and really a pretty good job of eliminating the end right there. He reads the end pretty well, but they run a stunt on the outside, a little X stunt. First guy there is Cason Bryant. That tackle's able to be broken, but the rest of the Wolves are there to pull that thing down. Nice defensive play.
2nd down and 10 for the Rebels. Right at midfield. High snap. Barnett looking for room, and he's found it. Barnett tries to bounce it outside, breaks a tackle and does. Here he comes, 30-yard line, 25, and be pushed out of bounds after a huge run for Barnett down the left side. As he just turned into an athlete here and got in the open field.
Yeah, this is the quarterback counter again off the speed sweep look. You insert a blocker up there, so tough to defend. And I tell you, Barnett was only averaging 2.7 yards a carry, but that'll help that right there because that was a nice gain. He shows a little speed and a little elusiveness as well, and a big gain. And Thorsby's knocking on the door again.
Picks up a Cindy Pennington 1st down for the Rebels, and move it just outside the 20-yard line. Speed sweep. On the outside is Smith trying to turn the corner. He'll take it inside the 20 and down to about the 18-yard line goes A.J. Smith. And they will let the clock wind down as they have entered the Metro Goals red zone. Of course, Helena-based company specializing in manufacturing sports equipment for more than 40 years. Give them a call, 205-664-0002. It's the HSAA Game of the Week presented by Ox Foundations on WOTM.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price, guaranteed. If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
You suicide. Don't want to talk about it? You should. Hi, I'm Nick Saban, head football coach at the University of Alabama. 4 out of 5 teens who attempt suicide have given clear warning signs. By knowing the warning signs associated with suicide and knowing how to help, you could save a life. Visit jasonfoundation.com and start learning how you can make a difference.
Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Locally owned and accredited, Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
John Limbaugh saw his troops fall down 14-0, but have battled back to cut that lead in half, 14-7. As the first period draws to a close, we now head to the second. Let's see if this Fayetteville defense can come up with a stop. They're trying to defend their goal there at about the 18-yard line. Thorsby putting together a pretty good drive. Barnett, quarterback keeper all the way. We'll try the left side. Tucks it under, breaks one tackle, and he will take it down to about the 12-yard line. Is that what we're looking at? Hard to tell from this angle that we've got here, so we'll try to call our players along the way.
Tough play to defend. Nothing fancy about it. You know what's coming, but there's a lot of bodies out in front of that blocker. And, of course, you know, when you've got the speed that he shows, well, you're going to get on that edge pretty quick, too.
So it's setting up 3rd down and a couple right here. Again, Barnett goes with a long snap count. This time Fayetteville will jump into the neutral zone, and that'll give the Rebels a 1st down. You know, when you call that quarterback sweep, Coach, you look at it and you get a wall of blockers out in front, and if you've got a quarterback as athletic as Barnett, like you said, that is a tough play to handle.
Well, the thing you try to do defensively is you always try to get a +1. You try to get one more defender to a side than the blockers have. But when it's the Wildcat, there's no way to do that.
Give up the middle, Lockhart. He fights for a yard or so. It'll be 2nd down and goal now.
Runs for a gain of 2 yards.
Fayetteville trying to
Tackled by a host of Wolves
get a stop
defenders,
right
led by
there.
Number 18, Jacob Weiss.
Weiss in on the stop. Also number 38 for Fayetteville.
It's Camden Keaton.
Middle linebacker up to make the stop there. 2nd down and goal. Just about the 7-yard line now.
I'd be surprised if we don't see that little double screen again.
Barnett quarterback sweep goes left side, trying to get to the corner and going to be pushed out of bounds. Good defense that time. DeLoach is over there to force him out. Sets up a 3rd down and goal.
That's a quarterback sweep again, and again, you know, you got pullers out front. Very minimal chance of a turnover if you handle the snap cleanly because there's no handoff involved. Pretty good goal line play.
And you had 3 blockers, and then you had 2 defenders, but DeLoach able to fight through that and able to force him out of bounds at about the 4, where it's 3rd down and goal.
He's a good-looking young football player.
Great job getting through that blocker. So here it is, 3rd down and goal. Fake the speed sweep. Then trying to get outside and chop down into backfield. That time Barnett was chopped down by number 12. Blake Matchin.
Yeah, I think Blake Ritchie got in there early and tricked him up as well as you look from right to left. You see Ritchie comes through and kind of gets him to stumble, and then Matchin cleans it up.
It's a big 4th down play.
This is a big one.
Thorsby at about the 6.5-yard line now. 4th down and goal. We said Coach Limbaugh's troops trying to come up with a stop here. This would be a huge play for the Wolves. Fake the speed sweep, rolling out is Barnett, looking in the end zone, got pressure, he's in trouble, tucks it under, and he's going down. That is a huge play for the Wolves, and getting the stop back there is Blake Ritchie again, and a big loss on the play, and 1st down and 10 for this Wolves offense.
Those 2 big plays in a row by Ritchie. You can see him, you know, he's over the left guard, and he just really runs right through the block of the left guard. He just keeps coming and makes a huge play right there. I'm really surprised we didn't see a little double screen that they had so much success with. But great job by that young man. And, of course, as is the case in small school football, how long do you get to celebrate? Well, about half a second, because you got to go get in the huddle and get ready to play offensive guard.
You've got a 40-second play clock to honor, so you've got to get back out there and start blocking somebody. That is a big play, though, for this Fayetteville defense here with 9:43 left in the 1st half. 14-7 the score, and going to get a little bit longer delay here as DeLoach is going to have to call a timeout. We will take the break as well. 14-7, Thorsby with the lead, Fayetteville with the momentum as you're watching the HSAA Game of the Week presented by Ox Foundations.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
Let's change it.
14-7 the score, Thorsby on top. Fayetteville, though, trying to snatch the momentum, get a big stop defensively. Now they'll take over 1st down and 10. Give right up the middle. Running hard, running through defenders. Tough run that time for Luke White as he will carry it out. Big gain on 1st down. You see right here, not a big young man, but this is a physical run right there.
You think?
Very physical. Nice run.
Are you sure about that?
I'll go with that.
I'll tell you who is sure about it. Tyler Remington is, or excuse me, Blake Lockhart is, because he gets popped pretty good at the end of that play.
That'll be a gain of about 9. It's 2nd down and a yard to go.
These two teams are getting after each other.
And you see Fayetteville starting to get in a rhythm. And you can feel the momentum shifting. This time White's going to keep it. He will fight forward. He's got his first down.
Well, you know, I guess, you know, kick returns, sudden change for a score would rival this, but nothing can turn the complexion of the game quicker than a deep ball for a score.
They will say the knee hit before, so it's going to be 3rd and a yard. Looked like he'd lunged across, but they will mark the knee down, so it's 3rd and about a half yard.
Not sure about that spot.
That's a tough one. So big play right now for this Fayetteville offense. 3rd and about a half yard. He will give it, bouncing outside, not going to get there.
Not going to happen.
That time, tried to hit it outside and just nowhere to go for Bryant. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think I saw Brody Barnett in there and big Chris Arledge, who, you know, I've been told that, you know, maybe closer to 340 than 310. He's a big guy, I can tell you that.
Offense stayed on the field momentarily, and then Coach John Limbaugh said, hey, let's go ahead and punt it. We've climbed back in it. We don't want to give up a cheapie right here at your own 30-yard line.
That was a chance to build a little more momentum and just let that one get away from him a little bit. Of course, that's always the short yardage is always the problem in any spread offense. You know, you're 6 yards off the ball by the time you get the snap, and it's almost impossible to get a quick hitter.
He is a fake. Match and tries right side. He's not going to get there. Then picked it up for Thorsby and going to return it deep into Fayetteville territory. Matching on the fake punt, tries the right side. Thorsby not fooled. They come up with a stop. The high snap, he gets it, and he just tucks it under, tries to run right. And our guy's there again. Arledge brings him down.
And this is most definitely a planned play. You saw the personal protectors peel off to the right to try to block it, and the gamble failed. That's two trick plays that have really kind of backfired, frankly, for Fayetteville right there.
There is a penalty on it, and it is being assessed against Thorsby, and that's going to be a personal foul. So 15 yards after the play, it will be Thorsby football. But they will be moved back to start this offensive possession. It'll be 1st down and 10 as they mark it back.
Well, I don't know who it was called on, but from the look on Brady Watson's face, he looked. Me?
Yeah, it looked like he might be a little guilty. Had that you know, cookie jar look.
Yeah. And that's a big penalty now. That ball's all the way outside the 30-yard line.
Here come the Rebels on the keeper. He is going to be Barnett, and he'll be tracked down. Just waited for a block, and it never came, and that is a big stop by Fayetteville's Tyler Hill.
Yeah, it's a nice recovery by Tyler Hill. It looked like he had a little running room in there, and Hill fell back inside, made a nice tackle.
So 2nd down and 8. You're Fayetteville. You feel like you're playing defense in the shadow of your goalpost this entire second period.
Yeah, field position has not been their ally, that's for sure.
This time Barnett bobbles the snap, got pressure coming up the middle. Now he tries to bounce it outside. He's in a world of trouble. Cuts it back against the grain. He is hit and dropped. Big stop at about the 44-yard line. On the hit that time for Fayetteville is going to be Stephen Barrett, who will bring him down for a big loss for the Thorsby Rebels.
Well, the timing, of course, is destroyed when the ball is muffed. Looked for a minute like he was going to spit out of there as he got outside of the contain. But look at this nice, great form tackle right there by Barrett. Puts his shoulder right through him and drives through him and just gives him no place to go.
So now 3rd and about 20 yards to go. Rebels see Barnett drop back, lots of pressure, lots of time. Now rolling to the left, in trouble, and they're going to get him, push him out of bounds. Another stop out there, Blake Matchin on that stop.
And
I'm going to tell you, the secondary for Fayetteville is doing a job. There's just nowhere to throw the football.
Yeah, they tried to run a seam route. If you look to the right of your screen, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. Comes off the fake, and there was a seam right down the left side of your screen, but just nowhere to go. And watch the pursuit by the Wolves. I mean, just as you said, nowhere to go with the football. And this is going to be a fairly long yardage situation right here.
So punting the football away. Thorsby going to have to punt. They get it out of there. And it's going to be fielded, bobbled. and it's on the ground. Let's see who's got it. And they scramble for it. Thorsby gets the recovery. Pulling that one in for Thorsby is going to be Theodore Lee. Had a kickoff return in the first half. Now he recovers a fumble.
Well, you just can't let first contact be made with your shoulder. And you remember when we said about catching the ball at eye level. See that head go forward. Go trying to look for the coverage just a little bit. Came right off the fingertips and then off the face mask, and you had another turnover. Boy, I tell you what, the turnover bug has bitten Fayetteville big time.
Well, you had the big defensive stop there. You forced the punt, and then now it's first down and 10, and Barnett will go to the left side, and he's going to be hit for a loss. Another big stop defensively. On that stop is going to be Kason Bryant again.
Quarterback stop for a loss by number 12, Blake
Fayetteville
Machen,
defense is
number
playing
3,
well,
Kason
Coach.
Bryant.
Yeah, they really are. I think Blake Machen got in there as well, as we've got somebody down. Great pursuit in the last 2-3 series by the Wolves.
We're going to take a timeout here. 5:50 left in the first half. 14-7 the score. Thorsby on top.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
What's lurking under your home? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions will help you with the best plan to keep your home safe. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Dakota Ogle, the injured player for Fayetteville, able to walk off under his own power. And he will check out over on the side. Get a little breather as he gets some encouragement from the sideline. It is 2nd down and 12 for Thorsby.
Now, if that was my college coach, I know what he'd be saying to him. He'd be saying, if you're going to lay out there, we better have to bring a stretcher.
Somebody better come get
Otherwise, you
That's
get off
right.
the field. But I don't think that's what he was saying.
High snap over Barnett's head. He goes back, going to try to recover it. He picks it up and tries to run with it. He's going down. Back at the 47-yard line. Another big play by this Wolves defense. Tyler
Hill swiped him as he ran by. I don't know if that snap was so much high as it was wide and outside.
Make a little noise for our defense right here for a big
Atlanta Braves bullpen there. I mean, it's just.
Well, here again, those nose guards and those centers. We'll have to start watching that on the other side a little bit more. We've already talked about the damage that that those nose guards can do, and that center's got one job. Make a perfect snap.
3rd down and Weogufka to go now for the Rebels. We'll say about 35. Barnett steps back. Looking. Got a flag on the play as he throws deep. Got a man down there. The catch is bobbled and cannot pull it in. Lockhart couldn't haul it in. We've got more than likely a holding situation back in the line.
Good defense out there by number 3.
And it is a holding call.
That one might be declined since it was 3rd and Weogufka.
That's what I went with.
Anytime you have 3rd and Weogufka, you don't take the penalty.
Yeah, you always decline on that one. So again, the Fayetteville defense has held. And Coach, we were talking in the pregame. This Fayetteville defense has had trouble in the last month, but boy, they are playing lights out here in the first half.
Yeah, for the year, they've given up 32.7 points per game. It's been the last 4. Much worse than that, over 40 points a game. But they've just been relentless, and they haven't given Thorsby much room. And boy, that one, I don't know how that one got through.
Worm burner going to hit it about the 15-yard line to the 10 and to about the 6-yard line.
Well, that turned out great for Thorsby, and to be honest with you, I don't know how.
You look at this Fayetteville offense. Defensively, they played well. The miscues deep on the offensive side of the ball. Of course, they try the polecat play, and it's a pick 6 the other way. Then you got Deloach trying to go down the middle of the field, and it's picked off by Lockhart. So 2 picks there on the first couple of drives. Then, of course, the bobbled punt return a few moments ago, give Thorsby the football. But you see the defense keeping this team in it. I mean, you got to say hats off to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's still just a 7-point game. And, of course, of course, Thorsby has had their troubles here lately now with snap control. I mean, I bet they've lost close to 100 yards in botched snaps.
So here comes that Fayetteville offense. As they will go from our right to our left.
And we see Machen back at quarterback.
And flag
Whistle
on the play.
Come on, boys, let's clean it up a little bit.
I believe he is saying a timeout by Thorsby, so they're going to call a timeout before we can get that play underway. So we'll be back with more Thorsby and Fayetteville right after this.
Looking for a great pre-owned car or truck? Come visit the Collins family at Stop and Shop Auto Sales. Owned and operated by Bobby and Anderson since 1996, and now with the newest member of the team, George Collins. We specialize in quality trucks from Ford and Chevy, and also carry a variety of dependable cars and SUVs. All of our vehicles are professionally serviced and checked for safety and reliability. So come see us today in Sylacauga at 230 West 1st Street, or call 256-249-0322.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Blake Machen running this Fayetteville offense, had a touchdown pass to Deloach on their couple of drives ago. This time he'll try to tuck it under and run, leaps over one defender, and he will try to get some yardage on the right side, and a flag comes in late, and I believe this may be a personal foul against the Wolves. There was some extracurricular right after the snap of the play.
That was Chris Arledge again on the tackle. I tell you what, he's had quite a first half now. He's been in on several plays.
The officials sort this one out, but looked like a late hit after the play. Yeah, personal foul against Fayetteville, and that's going to move it back. That time.
And that will get your head coach walking.
That causes you to pace a little bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's always frustrating for sure.
And so you're looking back here in the backfield, and you look at this offense for Fayetteville trying to get out of the shadow of their goalpost, and you see Coach John Limbaugh there say, "Hey, let's call timeout and calm these troops down. We got 4:18 left here in the first half. We've got to find a way to get something going offensively, and we'll find out what he dials up when we come back on the HSA Game of the Week presented by Ox Foundations."
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM, your TV home for high school sports in Alabama. This Thursday on WOTM, catch the AHSAA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundations. This week's matchup features the Jacksonville Eagles versus the White Plains Wildcats. Stay with WOTM through the postseason for live games all 4 weeks of the playoffs. WOTM, the home of the AHSAA Super 7 from Jordan Hare.
Big football game coming in next week. You saw that, Jacksonville and White Plains up in Calhoun County. Those two teams squaring off next Thursday evening. But we've got a dandy going on right here. 14-7, Thorsby leading by a touchdown over Fayetteville. Wolves will just hand it off up the middle, and not a lot of running room there. Going to set up 3rd down and long.
Very conservative. Just tried to punch it out there and get a little more room. But as you said, tough going inside. Middle of that Thorsby defense was pretty tough.
3rd down here. You got 4 minutes to go, Coach, and you're looking at it trying to figure out, you're deep in your own territory, trying to find a way to just get out and be able to punt the football away. But, boy, this field position war has not favored the Wolves all night, and they're not going to get a whole lot right there. So going to be punting from the end zone again. for Fayetteville.
Yeah, just nowhere to go. You know, they got under center that time, just handed the ball off to Tyler Hill and straight ahead again, just to try to get to where they can use their spread punt, but just nowhere to go.
So punting time for the Wolves, and be punting from your own end zone right here, back deep. For Thorsby's Lockhart.
I believe the technical term is from the shadow of your own goalpost. How about that, Tommy?
Some pressure, does get it out end over end, and fielding it at about the 33-yard line is going to be number 1, Jacob Lockhart.
And that's a good job. That's a good job by Lockhart of catching that thing and saving yardage.
Special thanks to all the folks that make our broadcast possible each week. And this week we'd like to thank Representative Ron Johnson, District 33. We appreciate him being a part and helping you bring Fayetteville and Thorsby here on this Thursday night. We appreciate that. And again, encourage you to let him know how much you appreciate him bringing you high school football on this Thursday night. Thorsby football. This time, reverse action, trying to get to the outside, cutting it back in, and to the 30, down to the 27-yard line goes Tyler Ray. Been kind of quiet lately, and he's able to pick up some positive yardage there.
Yeah, this is another reverse right here, and I thought we were going to get maybe a hold here on the edge, but to no avail. And then you're going to see right there, Kason Gardner is going to just hop on for a ride and kind of bulldog him down. And
we do have a flag.
We do have a flag, and I would be surprised. It could be a face mask, or it could be that. Yeah, it looked like there was an arm extended there on the block as well, but we'll see.
Yeah, he hit across the face mask and grabbed it momentarily.
Yeah,
that
could probably be
see
called.
If that's what they spotted, and personal foul against Thorsby. So we did have looked like a face mask against.
The penalties are against both teams.
Against Fayetteville, and the personal foul against Thorsby, so those will offset. So 2:51 remaining here in the first half. And so they'll say a gain of 6. So 2nd down and 4 now. Football at about the 27-yard line. The give up the middle, trying to bounce it, and picking up 3 or so. It's going to be Smith on the carry there.
You know, inside running game is going to be very, very difficult. Fayetteville is not bringing a lot of pressure, but they've got 9 within about 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. 4-man front, 3 linebackers, and 2 safeties sitting in there.
Smith is hobbling as he makes his way out here in the slot. 3rd and 1 right here. See if Thorsby can rattle the chains. They'll go with the give on the right side. Nothing there, and hitting the backfield and dropped. Lockhart, speed sweep, and he is dropped. Good play by Vice as he just steps up and makes the hit.
Yeah, nice job of setting the edge right there by number 11. Kason Gardner, and Vice comes in and finishes it off.
So now 4th down. And about 5.5, and a timeout going to be called by Thorsby. They're going to take a break. Let's do the same thing. 1:51 left here in the first half. This is the HSA Game of the Week presented by Ox Foundations.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price, guaranteed. If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Youth suicide. Don't want to talk about it? You should. Hi, I'm Nick Saban, head football coach at the University of Alabama. 4 out of 5 teens who attempt suicide have given clear warning signs. By knowing the warning signs associated with suicide and knowing how to help, you could save a life. Visit jasonfoundation.com and start learning how you can make a difference.
Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Locally owned and accredited, Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
4th down and long. Rolling out to the left. Barnett trying to get a play back to the right. Got pressure going down again. He is going to be sacked back at the 44-yard line, and this Fayetteville defense coach has been amazing here in this ballgame.
Well, they've had, I don't know, they must have 8 or 9 minus yardage plays in this half. This looks like a bootleg, but it looks like it's going to be a throwback. But great pressure and recognition by, I think that's Camden Keaton that makes the play right there, and yet another turnover on downs. And you're right, this Wolf defense has come to play.
Keaton with a stop right there and gives Fayetteville their best offensive starting position in a long time, as they will start out here at about the 44-yard line. This time the give on the left side is going to be Limbaugh. Hurdles defenders. He'll pick up a couple of yards there. And they'll give him a gain of about 3. We'll call it second down at about 7. We're under about a minute and a half remaining here in this first half. Very entertaining first half.
We've seen a little bit of everything.
DeLoach back in there at quarterback, as he will bring Fayetteville to the line here. 2 wideouts go to either side. Steps back, throws it out there, tipped away, and almost picked off. Tried to hit the little hitch route there for White, a little bit high. White couldn't pull it down, and lucky to get third down after this one kind of floated in the air for a moment.
He has it right there, but I tell you, if you're going to catch that high ball, and that one was really high, you got to get those hands on top of it and pull it back down to you. That one just a little bit too high for White to get up there and pull it in.
Big third down play here, 3rd and 6. DeLoach steps back, steps up, now throws it down the middle of the field. Got a man, can't hang on. Just led him just a little bit, and DeLoach was popped in the backfield. You see him down right there, as he will get unloaded on when he lets go of the football.
Yeah, this is a post route, and right as he releases, he gets walloped.
Sawyer Sellers with the shot there. And it's going to be first. It's going to be punting time, and you can see DeLoach not happy about the way that that hit was taken, and it was a shot up high.
Yeah, it looked like an elbow to the upper area right there.
They'll punt the football away. They'll let it roll for a while.
It's going to be a black and gold roll.
Down to about the 19. Thorsby will have it with about 43 seconds left on the clock. Another flag on the play.
To the 19-yard line.
Looks like they are going to have another penalty. We've had plenty of those here in the first half. And this one will add to the list as the head official going over to discuss. Looked like there were some more extracurriculars after the game, so we'll take a look at it. And you see right there, just a little elbow to the face there, and that's going to cost you 15. So personal foul goes against Thorsby. So that will move them back 15. And Coach, we've had our share of those tonight, too.
Yeah, and it's kind of come in a flurry here at the end, and I'm sure that'll be addressed at halftime by the coaches. And 43 seconds left. And of course, I think Fayetteville will probably loosen up a little bit, try to not give them something cheap, and Thorsby would like nothing better than to put one on the board right before half.
We'll move them back to about the 10-yard line. Like I said, only about 43 seconds left to try to make something happen. And you would assume they would try to just run the football here and go to the locker room up by a touchdown. Barnett going to keep it left side. He's going to be hit. Good stop out there. Matching again.
Yeah, you know, Tommy, I think the story of this game for at least one half is going to be the Fayetteville defense. Much maligned, but really has played very well. Remember, you know, one score was a defensive score, and the other one was set up by a turnover.
That's right. They had a very short field to defend on their second drive, and like I said, the pick six for the first Thorsby touchdown, and that's the difference in this ball game. Barnett just watching the clock here. As he'll let it wind down to 4-3-2, and that is going to be it for the first half. They just kind of let it expire there. And Thorsby will take a 14-7 lead into the halftime locker room. Again, all of our sponsors making this happen every week. Donahue Physical Therapy, it's your choice. You can choose Donahue, whether you need any kind of rehab, physical therapy. Again, it's your job to research and find out more. You can gain the relief and lose the pain with Donahue Physical Therapy.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
Our score at the half, 14-7. Thorsby leading over Fayetteville. Again, a Class 2A Region 4 showdown here at Farm Links Field. Time to sit back and enjoy the Thorsby High School Marching Band. Thorsby High School Marching Band entertaining us here at the break. Also, a lot of things going on in the AHSAA. Time to check in AHSAA Weekly with John Holder and Michael Giddens as they talk to some of the representatives around the state of Alabama, including Trent and Johnny Howard of Spain Park, father and son duo, both playing in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game at different points as they are coming in, and they'll talk about that. Again, I may have said Spain Park, I meant Briarwood, but also Willie Spears of Bullitt County, our guest tonight, as we take a look at what's going on AHSAA Weekly.
And we're joined by Coach Willie Spears of Bullitt County High School out of Union Springs, Alabama. Coach Spears, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's a great time to be a Hornet. We're honored to be on the show.
Coach, you've started out with a strong 3-3 record this year. And if you win the next 2 region games, you lock in your spot in the playoffs, the first time in the school's history that Bullitt County has ever made the playoffs. Coach, can you just talk about the season in general so far, how it's gone, and some of your impact players, some of your difference makers on the team that have gotten you to this point?
Well, it's truly an honor to be in this position. You never know what's going to happen. You got to take one game at a time. Kamal Lewis plays linebacker for us. He led our team in tackles last year. He's one homecoming king already. We call him King Louie. He's just an exceptional young man who happens to be a great linebacker for us. We're honored to have him be a part of our team. On the offensive side of the ball, his brother, Cam Lewis, plays offensive guard and tackle. He's great, along with Jacarius Robbins on the offensive line. And so we're really, really excited about the things going on in Bullock County. As you said, we've never made the playoffs. It looks as if it may be possible this year. We were close last year. It didn't happen. And I tell you, we started off rough. We played a great Pike Road team who's still undefeated, a great St. James team who has only one loss, and a great Reeltown team who's still undefeated. So we started out the gate with some tough opponents. We didn't lose the kids. They believed in what we're doing. And if we could keep getting better each week, we can make history. And we're excited about the opportunity.
Coach, when you took over this program, there was work to do to build enthusiasm to get the fan support that you needed. But you went 5-5 last year, and you've got an opportunity here to make the playoffs. Can you just talk about, is the fan support really coming along? Are they starting to believe in Bullock County and Union Springs? And how does that impact the players?
One thing about Bullock County, they love their athletics. I mean, they do not know how to say no. Whatever we ask for in the community, the answer is yes. We need help with laundry detergent. No problem, Coach. We need help with this. No problem, Coach. So the community is one of the best I've ever been a part of, and I've worked in a lot of different communities. The biggest impact that we've been able to have is working with the people in the community. And so that's easy for me. I have a lot of energy. I told him in the interview, I don't know how well I can coach, but I could definitely help with enthusiasm and school pride. And that's what they were looking for. So the community's been great. They're behind us, win, lose, or draw. There's one guy in the community named Red Cooper. He said to me, Coach, I was here for 4 seasons when we didn't win a game. I'm definitely going to be here when we win a few. And so it's great to have a one-horse town where we're one team, one mascot, one goal, and that's to play well together. So it's really fun, it's exciting, and hopefully we can make history this year.
Coach, you got an opportunity to make a lot of history. This upcoming Friday, you're hosting Prattville Christian for your homecoming, and I hear there's a special promotion of sorts that you've got planned for this homecoming game. Can you talk about that?
Yes, sir. We've had a lot of great coaches that come through Bullock County, and I'm just one of the guys that's happened to be over the program right now. And with that, you have your Monday morning armchair quarterback. We have a sports show that we do on Facebook, and when people call in with these suggestions, and someone suggested they want a coach. And I said, guys, it's not as easy as it looks. You know, you watch games on Saturday and you say, well, they should have ran that and they should have ran this, and the same thing on Sunday. And so what we did, we asked our community to nominate people who you think would be a great coach for a week. And we've had a lot of interest. I'm talking about politicians to people who work at the chicken house, the chicken factory, to people who work at the local restaurants and the gas stations and everybody in between. And we got a winner. We got a man who's really excited. We have film today at 3:30. He told me he will be there early with his pen and pad. So I hope he doesn't take my job, but we're excited to announce that Fred Youngblood, who lives in Chino Hills, California, is actually in town for homecoming. He has won our Coach of the Week, and I'm excited to work with him. Hopefully he can teach me a few things and help us get this win this week.
Yes, sir. It sounds like an exciting time for Coach Youngblood. He's going to be able to have a pregame meal and a T-shirt and stand on the sidelines. But I got a question, Coach. What happens when you want to run the ball and he says, we're going to run a double flea flicker reverse pass for a touchdown here? What's going to happen then?
Well, I tell him to get in line with the rest of our assistant coaches that want to do the exact same thing. We're going to put him over kickoff return, and we hope we don't have too many kickoff returns, and we hope the other team kicks the ball in the end zone. But he's going to be over kickoff return. That's going to be his wheelhouse as far as decision making. We will listen to him and give him all the amenities and responsibility of assistant coach, but he won't be calling the offensive, defensive plays, and I'm glad because I barely know what I'm doing. I don't want him to mess anything up. It's a big region game ahead of us.
Well, Coach, when Mr. Youngblood's career springs forward and he becomes a successful head coach, you can say that he started under you and he came from your tree.
That's true, and I'll tell you this, there's a guy in town in Montgomery named Pastor Matheson. He's been around for a long time. He coached Alabama State for one scrimmage game, and he tells everybody he's the winningest coach in Alabama State history because he's 1-0 in a black and gold game, and maybe Fred Youngblood can do the same thing.
It sounds like just a fantastic idea that you've come up with for this homecoming, this promotion, and I got to say it's a great idea to get the community involved and really want to come out for extra reasons than just to see the team play. So just a fantastic idea, and Coach, it's been great having you on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And if you don't have a game to go to, our homecoming is spectacular. October 11th is going to be something you want to be a part of. The community comes from all over the country. They come home to celebrate the Hornets. I'm honored to be on the show. Thank you so much, Michael.
That was Coach Willie Spears of Bullitt County High School out of Union Springs. Back to you, John.
We've got a special treat for you now. The Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic is coming up at the University of Southern Mississippi in December. We announced the team here last week, but yeah, we've really got a special treat for you. As I said, we've got a father-son combination that actually the father played in the game, and now the son's on his way to play in this year's game. Johnny Howard, he played in the game for Jess Lanier back in 1987. And then, of course, now his son, Trent Howard at Briarwood Christian in Birmingham, selected to play on this year's team. Only the third father-son team in history on the Alabama side to play in this. You may have heard a couple of these guys, Bo and Patrick Nix. That's one of the combinations. And also Danny Woodson and his son, Danny Woodson Jr., also to play. So you're in rare company. Guys, welcome in. Glad to have you with us.
Sir, thank you for having us.
Johnny, what was it like coming out of Jess Lanier, playing for the Purple Tigers over in Bessemer, and being selected to play in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic back in '87?
Well, it was really a treat back then because it was the very first time that they had brought back the game. It was the first Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic, and a couple of had a teammate, George Wilson, get an opportunity to go with me, and we practiced back in June, and Coach Higginbotham was our coach. But it was a great honor because it was the first one, and it was just a chance to compete against a neighboring state.
Alabama won that game 24-21, and I think 3 overtimes was the game there. Maybe it won't be this close this time. Maybe Alabama will take Mississippi out, and this guy will have a lot to do with that. What does it mean, before we go over to Trent, Johnny, what's it mean to have your son be playing in the same All-Star game that you played in, and you played in the very first one, as you said?
Well, I think it's great. I think it's really just a testament to the work he's put in. He knew that it was something that I had played in, several of my friends had played in, and I think he kind of had set his sights to that. But just to get an opportunity to represent Briarwood and the state, I'm really proud of him on and off the field.
Trent, let's talk the same thing here. Now, your dad helps out coaching the offensive line at Briarwood, so he coaches you up out there every day. What's it mean to not only play for him, and then also to be playing in the All-Star game that he also played in some 30 years later?
I think it's a special treat just to be honored to play in it and get to represent Briarwood. But knowing that my dad has played in it too, and it's just kind of an edge too that you get. It's kind of unique, I think, because that doesn't happen very often. You get to play in the same game that your dad played in. So,
does he tell you a lot of the war stories from back in his days at Jess Lanier, the high school days?
Well, he talks about how easy we have it nowadays, and it was nothing compared to back in the day. But I think that's every father-son duo that gets to play the great game of football. So.
Of course, your dad went on and played at the University of Alabama, offensive lineman down there on some great teams, played on a couple of SEC title teams in '89 and '92, national championship team in '92. I'm sure he tells you a lot of stories about those days at the University of Alabama.
Yes, sir. Getting to hear about the national championship game is always a good story to hear, and then really just about his teammates and the bond that they had, and going in and playing games. I think every football life like that's just good to hear about. So.
What kind of advice has he given you? What's he taught you? Maybe not only on the field, as far as the skills to be an offensive lineman, but off the field as well. What kind of piece of advice has he given you?
Well, on the field, obviously, technique-wise, I feel like I've always been ahead of everybody just because of having a bond with my dad and being out there coaching. But off the field, so much more just about being a man, and especially using football as a way to teach it too sometimes, about how things work out in life. And then, of course, being an offensive lineman, all the glory is always the quarterbacks and running backs and all, and sometimes you put in all the work and, you don't get the glory for it and all. I think that's an important thing that I've learned over the years. So.
A question for both of you. Obviously, you just came after practice, getting ready for Friday Night Football. How much translates off the field to like the dinner table, or you're sitting around the house maybe watching games on Saturday? How much of the play from the Friday night and from the practices during the week, how much does that come into the home life?
Not as much as you would think, like technique-wise, but just watching football and just talking about football in general is always a thing. I think just having the passion for the game that we both do, it's kind of hard not to spend some time talking about it all the time.
It spills over at the dinner table, but I've got a younger son that's 14, and my wife is obviously a big part of it. If we're watching huddles, she'll sometimes jump in, ask a question or something. But as a whole, we really try to do a great job of keeping it separated.
Well, guys, congratulations. As we said, rare company, only the third father-son combination in 32 years or so of the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic. This will actually be the 33rd one coming up, and quite an accomplishment. Congratulations on being selected. We'll see you down at Southern Mississippi in December.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price, guaranteed. If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Youth suicide. Don't want to talk about it? You should. Hi, I'm Nick Saban, head football coach at the University of Alabama. 4 out of 5 teens who attempt suicide have given clear warning signs. By knowing the warning signs associated with suicide and knowing how to help, you could save a life. Visit jasonfoundation.com and start learning how you can make a difference.
Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Locally owned and accredited, Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
14-7 here at the break. Time to sit back and enjoy the Fayetteville Wolves marching band.
One more round of applause for our Pride of the Wolfpack Marching Band. Please remember to stop by the concession stand for a variety of food and snacks. All proceeds benefit the Pride of the Wolfpack Marching Band.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Looking for a great pre-owned car or truck? Come visit the Collins family at Stop and Shop Auto Sales. Owned and operated by Bobby and Anderson since 1996, and now with the newest member of the team, George Collins. We specialize in quality trucks from Ford and Chevy, and also carry a variety of dependable cars and SUVs. All of our vehicles are professionally serviced and checked for safety and reliability. So come see us today in Sylacauga at 230 West 1st Street, or call 256-249-0322.
WOTM, your TV home for high school sports in Alabama. This Thursday on WOTM, catch the AHSAA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundations. This week's matchup features the Jacksonville Eagles versus the White Plains Wildcats. Stay with WOTM through the postseason for live games all 4 weeks of the playoffs. WOTM, the home of the AHSAA Super 7, from Jordan Hare.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
The pot tickets out. We have Young Miss carried
Back here at the half, 14-7 our score. Thorsby leading over the Fayetteville Wolves. And, Coach, we talked about this ball game tonight, expecting a tight game. So far, that's what we're getting.
Yeah, we really have, but I think the story of the first half is really the Fayetteville defense, much maligned, starting by me, and they've really, one score was off of a defensive turnover, a lot of negative yardage plays that they have produced. I've been very impressed by their pursuit to the football, and they're going to be very difficult to beat if they can continue to play that way. But Thorsby is up 14-7.
Look at some of the things in the first half. A lot of miscues that we saw early. Of course, they ran the pass trying to swing it on the outside. It's intercepted. Thorsby got on the board early, and then an interception pass by DeLoach, and it was taken back and carried it deep into Fayetteville territory. They scored like a couple of plays later, and all of a sudden it's a 14-0 lead when you see right here the keeper by Barnett as he goes to the left side and breaks tackles. And that Fayetteville defense, at that point you thought, okay, it's going to be the same defense we talked about coming in. But they continue to respond. Plays like this by DeLoach coming off the initial receiver, coming back, and then we saw Matchin come in and drop a dime for another touchdown for Fayetteville to get them right back in this ball game.
Well, that seemed to really give them a lot of momentum. Those two plays really kind of turned this game around, and you're going to see a lot of negative yardage plays from here on out for Thorsby. Thorsby still got some great field position, but time after time, the Fayetteville defense rose to the occasion and just denied them scores, and the result is 14-7 at halftime, and we got ourselves a football game.
Very frustrating, I think, if you are, again, Coach Darrell Davis for Thorsby, 2 or 3 times you've had the football inside the 15-yard line, and on a couple of those you had to punt. You talk about this first half, and how do you try to solve the mystery, which is the Fayetteville defense right now?
Well, the first thing that you try to do is you try to get the center quarterback exchange squared away. That really hurt them very badly, and I think you go back to the things that were very successful for them. That little fake screen one way and throw it back the other way was very successful for them. The quarterback runs were successful. You try to build on those, and you try to take those mistakes out of the game and methodically just get control of the game again.
Both of these teams trying to make it to the playoffs. They're trying to seal their deal tonight, and they are battling here at Farm Link Stadium. Fayetteville trails 14-7. Back with second half action right after this.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
WOTM, your TV home for high school sports in Alabama. This Thursday on WOTM, catch the AHSAA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundations. This week's matchup features the Jacksonville Eagles versus the White Plains Wildcats. Stay with WOTM through the postseason for live games all 4 weeks for the playoffs. WOTM, the home of the AHSAA Super 7, from Jordan Hare.
Youth suicide. Don't want to talk about it? You should. Hi, I'm Nick Saban, head football coach at the University of Alabama. 4 out of 5 teens who attempt suicide have given clear warning signs. By knowing the warning signs associated with suicide and knowing how to help, you could save a life. Visit jasonfoundation.com and start learning how you can make a difference.
About ready to start the second half, but I'm going to tell you what, if you are thinking about some delicious food, Lori Darlin's is the place to check them out. If you're looking for barbecue, they've got the pork plates, they've got rib plates, and also they do some chicken wings, smoked sausage plates. And I'll tell you what, tomorrow night and Saturday, if you like fish, you need to check out their fish plates as they have all-you-can-eat fish Friday and Saturday nights. That's at Lori Darlin's, 8091 Sylacauga Fayetteville Highway in Fayetteville. Delicious food, whether you're looking for barbecue, fish, and maybe you want to try to, slim down a little bit. Got some salads there as well. They got a kids menu, plenty of sandwiches, and some fried apple pie with ice cream dessert. And Coach, if I made you hungry yet, I see you writing down the address and you ready to go.
If you're trying to lose weight, they got salads and fried apple pie.
That's
and ice
right.
cream.
I wanted to make sure
you said all that in one
That's
sentence
right
there.
You try to, you got to combat it. I mean, if you eat the salad, then the calories on the pie doesn't count.
I never realized
That's
that.
right.
I'm going to write that down, too. I'm going to stop by there. They are open after tonight, right?
Yes, they are. It's like a Snickers and a Diet Coke. They cancel each other out.
I'm learning something every night, Tommy.
Thorsby taking the kickoff. They'll try to bring it to the near side in running room, bringing it out to about the 30-yard line. It was Tyler Reyes. He'll bring it out first down and 10.
And, decent coverage that time. Pretty good kick. And, coaches always say the first 5 minutes of each half and the last 5 minutes of each half are the most important parts of the game. But I really think it's especially true in this game. I mean, somebody's going to take control of this half, and it's going to happen here pretty quickly. And this first drive is pretty critical.
Good look there at Brody Barnett. He is a junior, 6 foot, 175. He'll fake the screen to the right, go back to the left side, bobbled and almost picked off. It went through the hands that time of A.J. Smith out there.
That's that play time that I was talking about. I wish they'd run more. They fake the screen one way, throw it back the other way. Wide open in the first half. They didn't go back to it, but boy, just nothing there. And Pacey DeLoach, who has lived up to his pregame billing, was right there and almost ran that thing in going the other way.
So second down and 10 for the Rebel offense. Fayetteville has not defeated Thorsby since 2015. They're down by a touchdown. They swing it on the outside. Smith can't hang on. It's on the ground. It's picked up and run into the end zone, but they will say it was a forward pass. So it brings up third down and 10.
I think AJ's got to be a little more alert for that ball and not be quite so casual. You never know how the official is going to call that. You need to at least be around that ball. But nevertheless, it's an incomplete pass and brings up a third down for, I think, probably an increasingly frustrated Darrell Davis on the Thorsby sideline.
Offensively, just not able to get anything going here tonight. This time, rolling out to the left side. Barnett's got pressure. Slips the first man. Now going to throw it late and too tall. Incomplete. Looking downfield, trying to find Sellers, and overshoots him. So it's 3 and out for the Rebels.
Brings up a fourth down and punting situation.
See Matchett get in there and give some pressure.
It's supposed to be a bootleg, and again, pressure, and can't square his shoulders to throw, and just too high and too far behind Sellers to give him a chance to pull it down.
Number 13, Luke White, deep to receive the
So
punt.
White is back to return the punt, as he will give plenty of yardage. He's back at about the 35-yard line. Low snap, catches on hop, now in trouble, gets it out of there. And he will kick it off the side of his foot. He will get the roll midfield and to the 48-yard line. And there is a flag down. They hit the punter. And, you look at it, it's going to be a personal foul.
This is interesting here.
It is.
Because it really looked like that he did take a step as if running.
He catches it on the snap,
See,
takes 2 or 3 steps, stops, and I mean at that point,
it looks like
you're
a runner
really
to me.
not sure what he's going to do, and he punts it at the last minute, and they're going to go with a roughing the punter here.
As I understand the rule, once you take the snap and make and act as a runner, the protection for a kicker is no longer valid.
Is called roughing the kicker.
I do not have a striped shirt on, Tommy. So
Davis is having a good laugh about that. I think he's as surprised as anybody. And Coach John Limbaugh cannot be pleased with that turn of events because excellent field position is what the Wolves were looking at, but they're going to say roughing the punter, and that moves it all the way out to the 45-yard line, and it's first down and 10 for Thorsby. So they'll get the first down. Again, the Cindy Pennington first down.
Big break for Thorsby right there. Not only gives him a first down, but puts him in excellent field position.
This time Barnett fakes it. He's going to keep it right side. Got a little gap, breaks 2 or 3 tackles, and he'll take it down to about the 43-yard line of Fayetteville, and that's good for another Cindy Pennington first down.
On that read sweep, if the end widens, the quarterback's going to keep it. You can see if you look at number 18 on your screen right there. He widens with the sweep, opens up the run lane inside for Barnett, and picks up a nice gain.
So first down and 10 for the Rebels at about the 43. Pretty much the Rebel offense lately has been Brody Barnett. He'll send 3 wideouts to the left. Now 2 men in motion same time. Barnett's going to keep it left side. He will be chopped down, fall forward for a yard or so.
I'm surprised that was not
Thorsby
called. There definitely were 2 men moving at one time, but do not see a flag.
And matching on the tackle. Flag on the play.
Is the flag. I do see it on the other side there. I think that, yeah, it was just away from, it was shielded by one of the players and couldn't see over there on the far side, but they do get the penalty flag. Let's wait for the indication here, make sure it's as we anticipate. So he gained a couple. It would have been 2nd and 8, but they will call the illegal shift right there. That moves it back 5.
The penalty is illegal motion.
And it's going to be first down and 15 now.
So Barnett is in a little bit of pain. I don't know whether it's his hand or the
he went down
lowest of the lower part of the abdomen. So
yeah, he went down and kind of rolled around there a minute before he was able to get back to his feet. So 1st and 15 for the Rebels. You see Smith come to the near side. So they'll go with twins to each way. Coming across. Tyler Ray, they fake it to him. Now Barnett steps back. Looking, got pressure. Dumps it off. Catch is going to be made. And good play downfield as the catch made by Ray. And he's brought down by the another 11. That is Kason Gardner on the stop.
Yeah, this is just kind of a little bit of an improvised play. Comes back with nothing downfield. I wanted to go downfield with the post. I thought for a minute there that Ray was going to spit out of there for some extra yards, but a nice job by that young man right there, Kason Gardner, to hold it to a minimal gain.
2nd down and 15. Again, this Fayetteville defense trying to come up with a stop. Barnett with a shotgun. Brings Ray in motion again. They'll fake it again. Barnett's back. Going to throw it deep down the middle. Got a man. Can't connect. Had 2 receivers in the general area. It looked like number 1 Blockhart had a step. Also Edwards, or check that is Smith, that had a little bit of a step as well. And he just overshoots both of them.
Yeah, you get the play fake, and then you just run verticals right down the middle of the field. You can see 2 receivers right next to each other, and I'm sure that's not the way that play was designed to play, but nevertheless the ball's overthrown, and it's all for naught. Brings up this 3rd and 15.
3rd and long for this Thorsby offense. Again, they lead 14-7. Empty backfield. Now they'll bring Smith across as Barnett steps back, throws it. Going to be caught. Going to the left side is going to be Lockhart. He's got pressure from behind, bringing him down. Excellent pursuit that time. You used the word relentless in the first half, Coach, and I think that's the way you describe this Fayetteville defense tonight.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And this is a little slip screen in there, and you're going to watch Kason Bryan, number 3, just run this thing down from behind. Shows good speed, nice open field tackle, and Lockhart's just got nowhere to go.
So on 4th and 15, Thorsby again in punt formation.
You know, for a defense that has not had a lot of success, I mean, these guys run to the ball pretty well.
They get there, and good tackles, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they're wrapping up. The snap goes through his legs this time. Pressure, and he gets it out of there. It's going to hit, and it will take a Thorsby roll and then roll out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Nice recovery that time. And the pressure that Fayetteville sent just couldn't quite turn the corner and get back into the block lane. And that young man right there did a nice job. That's Kobe Davis of getting that ball out of there.
Yeah, a couple of bad snaps here on the punts in the last couple of possessions, and that time it went through his legs, and he's still able to get out of there and get the punt away. So very alertly gets the kick and avoids a pretty tough play for the Thorsby Rebels. So 1st and 10, back at about the 20-yard line. Here comes Fayetteville. They'll swing it on the outside. Catch is going to be made. Waiting for a block. Gets a little bit of a block and then tumbles ahead. It's going to be matching on the carry.
Yeah, tried to run the quick screen out there and 1 blocker and 2 defenders, and that doesn't usually work out too well for the offense. You can see the kick-out block, but lots of unblocked white shirts right there, and the tackle made for very little gain.
I'll say about, looks like 3 yards, so we'll say 2nd down and 7.
I think that was Tyler Ray on the hit.
A lot of these players playing both sides of the ball. They will sleep well tonight. This time, throw it out. The catch is going to be made. Then getting a block, turning the corner down the near sideline, and breaking off a big gain is going to be Hunter Hill.
Yeah, it's a little hitch route, double hitch, and the outside receiver is going to turn and block and make a nice block. Watch the block right here to spring Hill down the sideline for a real nice gain and big first down.
Another Cindy Pennington first down, and the Wolves are in business out to the 49-yard line. First down and 10, Fayetteville. Again, two receivers to either side. DeLoach steps back, throws it out there. Catch is going to be made and falling ahead depending on the spot. But a big catch out there for Tyler Hill, and he is close to another Cindy Pennington first down.
Yeah, they run the inside receiver on a vertical to hold the flat defender, and it's one-on-one on the perimeter. And great timing on the route, and nice throw and a nice catch. Pretty good coverage right there by Xavier Leverett, but really the route is thrown extremely well. A nice catch by Tyler Hill.
That is good for a first down to the 41-yard line. Fayetteville on the move offensively now. DeLoach stepping back, sets up the screen, going to be tipped at the line. That time they were trying to set up the screen to the left side, and jumping up is Sawyer Sellers. At 6'5", they just couldn't get it over. And watch him. He will use all 6'5" here to bat the football down.
Yeah, and that was a little, quick out screen to the running back as he slipped through. I don't know whether he's going to go anywhere. It looked like the defense had it out flank, but nice heads-up play by Sellers.
Second down and 10 for the Wolves, just outside the 40-yard line. Blitz coming. DeLoach throws it, and it is low. Was it caught? Lockhart went down and almost pulled off a miraculous interception there.
Thought he was going to scoop that with one hand and get it in that other hand right there, but I do think this thing is going to hit the ground.
Great effort.
Pass falls incomplete.
Look at it right
Intended
here.
for Hunter Hill. Brings up a third down.
Yep. Just barely on the ground. That was a great effort by Lockhart, but now third down and 10 for Fayetteville.
We haven't seen that combination, again of Machen throwing and DeLoach on the deep fly pattern. Machen, excuse me, I mispronounced it.
Third and 10, tries to hit the little wheel route, nowhere to throw the football, and broken up by Ray.
That one almost went the other way, and we've got one getting slow getting up. I think that's DeLoach.
Yeah.
He took a pretty good pop at the end of the play.
Yeah, they're bringing the blitz, and he takes a shot as soon as he lets go. And that time, just not enough time to let that play develop. And it's going to set up a fourth down and 10, so DeLoach will come out. Looks like Machen is going to go. Now they're discussing, looks like going to bring the whole punting unit on it.
I tell you, DeLoach has taken some hits now.
Has.
He's gotten popped pretty good a few times tonight.
Machen will be back in punt formation. Looked like he was just going to slide to quarterback. Now they go ahead and bring the whole unit on. So they'll try to pin Thorsby back deep. He's got it, and he is going to try to tuck it under and now pick it up. Goes to the left side. Gets through one defender, through a second. Going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like he'll be shy of the first down.
He's going to be a couple yards shy.
Time Machen
Machen
looked like he wanted to pass the football. There's nowhere to throw as he steps back, and nothing open, so he just tucks it under, decides to run with it.
Looked for a minute like he was going to get to the edge and possibly pick up the first down, but I think that was Xavier Leverett that makes the hit over on the sideline and denies the first down.
There's Machen having to sit down. Looks like he may be fighting some cramps over here on the near side.
That'll hurt him on both sides of the ball. He's another one of those two-way players, and obviously a standout on both sides of the ball.
Well, you look at players like Machen, and he punts, he plays defense, he plays offense, and as we were talking earlier, you lose him, you lose basically three positions.
Absolutely.
Barnett trying to tuck it under, and he will get close to first down yardage. Let's see if they get him past the chain there, as he was brought down right at the stick.
Thorsby rushes around.
And
left
they will mark it
gain of 9 yards. Tackle made
gain
by
of 9, so second and about a half yard.
It's that quarterback sweep again, this time very well blocked, and kind of feel like momentum is starting to try on that white jersey again. And I just kind of a feeling that maybe Thorsby is starting to build a little of that. We'll see.
After second look, it is a Cindy Pennington first down for the Thorsby Rebels, as they will have it at about the 44-yard line. First and 10. Barnett again from the shotgun, fakes it, comes back screen this way. It's caught and brought down immediately. He flips it out here. The catch made by Tyler Ray.
Pass is complete.
But Luke White has seen that a few times tonight, and he's all up on it.
When you're in man coverage, you try to shadow the receiver, and I'd say that's a pretty good shadow right there. Just that quick screen, and just impossible to get the kick out block. Just read it extremely well and right on top of it.
Play will lose about 4 yards, second down and 14. As the Rebels have it. Back to the running game. Here comes Barnett. Barnett slips a defender. He'll take it past the original line of scrimmage and forward to about the, looks like about the 48-yard line.
Rush up the middle. Play picks up 8 yards.
That's that quarterback read play.
Tackle made by Captain
And
Keith.
widens why you want to keep the football, and you see the defense widen. He tucks it up inside, and unblocked backside linebacker breaks that tackle. But a nice job of working back inside. I think that may have been Cason Gardner that fell back in on the play and brings up a very key 3rd and 7 right here. 3rd
and 7. They'll go long snap count and into the neutral zone again.
Excuse me, 3rd and 2.
So that will make it 3rd and 2.
You know, it's so important to teach line of scrimmage discipline. I mean, you know, you see that penalty at all levels. You know, you just have to learn to move on movement and not on sound.
Coach Limbaugh showing that frustration there because 3rd and 7. You got them kind of behind the 8 ball there, and you go to 3rd and maybe a yard and a half right here.
It changes lots of things.
And it's going to be Barnett. Jumps over a blocker. He'll take it easily for another Cindy Pennington first down.
Yeah, they're going to that quarterback read now pretty heavily. You can see again. You can see that the outside fake widens the defense. The offensive line does a good job of sealing back to the inside, creates a crease. That young man right there does a nice job of running it up in there for a big first down.
Looks like we got a flag. The officials are talking over there on the far side. Let's see. I did not see it in the beginning, but we do have a penalty that will be given here in just a second. As you'll see, the white hat give us this call. Be 1st and 10. I'm reading lips again, but it was something after the play.
You know, Tommy, I never trusted officials that wore their whistle on their fingers.
No.
Is that maybe an over-characterization of a generality by me?
Ball will be backed up.
Should you look deeper than where a man wears his whistle?
I think I don't know. I mean, I think that you may have something there.
You know,
so they'll go with sideline interference against Thorsby. Still going to be 1st and 10, but they move it back to midfield. So 1st down and 10 for the Rebels. Ray in motion. Barnett fakes it to him, and Barnett's going to keep it. Goes left side, cuts it back in. And he is brought down there by Matchin.
And the Fayetteville defense still has not, found a way to not overreact to the outside sweep. You saw on that play that Barnett literally ran by two unblocked Wolf defenders that were running out to the sweep, and I think we have yet another yellow flag.
It is flag day in Fayetteville, and going to be a hold this time against Thorsby. So that one's going to come back. Moves it back to.
The penalty is 10 yards.
You did see the whistle on his finger.
I did. I see the whistle there. That means you're loaded and ready, right?
Well, it's one of those warning signs. I'm not saying anything. I don't know the gentleman. I'm sure he's an excellent official, but I just never really trusted those guys a whole lot.
They've used the whistles here tonight. It's 1st and 25 now. Rebels had something going, and a couple of penalties later. Barnett steps back, fakes it, now looks deep. Got a man all alone, and the catch is made, and breaking a tackle 40, 30, And inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line goes Sawyer Sellers.
You know, as quickly as they had been playing that screen, it was just a matter of time before they all screen and grow. And Sellers is going to fake the block, and he's going to run straight upfield, runs by the corner. You see he's wide open. The safety comes over and gets a hit, well, kind of a hit. And if it had not been for a quick hustle by Hunter Hill, that ball would have gone into the end zone. I don't think Cason Gardner's going to like his effort on that play very much when he sees the film.
Cindy Pennington first down for Thorsby. They take it inside the 30-yard line and looks to be just about the 25. First down and 10 for the Rebels.
Great call and great execution offensively by Thorsby on that last play.
And Fayetteville jumps again. They go with the hard snap count into the red zone or into the neutral zone. Goes Fayetteville. Goes John Limbaugh.
And well, you can read him right there. Watch the ball. I mean, you know, I think I've said this before. It's a pretty simple statistic. If you go on statistics, if you're into analytics, number of plays in football that have occurred before the ball is snapped in the history of football is 0.
That's exactly right.
So, you know, that's a pretty good analytic if you're into that. Move when the ball moves.
1st and 5. Barnett goes left side, cuts it back in. Good play by Matchin. And a flag comes in again.
Tackle made the backfield for a loss on the play by Blake Matchin.
Another flag, let's see, and holding this time against Thorsby. So on this drive, there have not been many plays without the yellow hanky.
We've seen a lot of them, that's for sure. You know, I guess which leads me into, you know, the second red flag that it may be a long day is when you see an official that has 2 flags, one in each pocket.
That's right.
Because then you know. Now, I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm sure our gentlemen are calling, you know, stuff that's there, and they don't want to throw them any more than the players want them to have, want them to be thrown. But they've got to call what they see.
This time, the give goes to Lockhart left side, trying to bounce it outside, and they will push him out of bounds. As they give Lockhart a little love there.
See a little more standing around by the Fayetteville defense than we saw in the first half, and not quite as relentless as they were.
I think starting to tire down a little bit. It just, you know, and like I said,
well,
momentum is such a tough thing, and Thorsby got that big play on that toss to Sellers, and Barnett picks up 5 on that. So 2nd and 15. He'll roll to the right side. Got pressure, looks, catch is made by Sellers. He will catch it and be spun out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just a little flat route where he mirrors the action of the quarterback, and it's an easy throw and catch. You can see a straight sprint out. See Sellers work inside to the right of your screen, come right back outside. He's a big target now. You know, he's 6 foot tall, long arms, and he's been kind of a go-to guy right here.
Sets up 3rd down and 10 after that gain of 5. If you're Thorsby, you're in 2-down territory.
And I tell you, you know, if Thorsby is able to punch this in and get a 2-touchdown advantage back again, the way the scoring's been tonight, that's going to be tough.
Yeah. Barnett steps back, looks out in the flats, now looks deep. Coverage is there, and try to find Sellers, but it's too long. Good coverage out there by Hunter Hill.
This corner route that just tried to drop it over his outside shoulder, and just a little bit off mark with it. Well-designed play, but couldn't quite connect.
So 4th down.
Yeah, tries to run it right for the flag, and just a little bit out of reach.
See if that Fayetteville defense can come up with another stop here on 4th down. Coach Darrell Davis trying to get his troops in the end zone. They've had great field position all night. Barnett rolls left, then stops, now throws it deep, and was that catch made? Let's see. The officials say yes, it was a phenomenal catch down there at about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tremendous catch by Tyler Ray, and really, I tell you, a great throw by Barnett. He couldn't get his shoulders squared and puts that thing right on the sideline, and just a great job of tight roping the sideline right there, and great concentration to keep those feet in bounds.
And that time, Gardner tried to get over there and distract him, but nonetheless, it's 1st and goal inside the Metro Goals red zone. Barnett bobbles it, goes back to the left side, tries to get to the boundary, and he dives into the end zone. Barnett that time
what a great effort
looked
on
like
his
he
part.
wanted to go right. Nothing was there. Turns all the way back against the grain. And then at the last minute, watch his body control just to get inside the pylon.
Yeah, it's a great job of dipping that right shoulder and extending that ball. And, you know, the snap juggle, it really kind of was a counter action to kind of pull the defense a little bit to his right. Then he spun back the other way and dipped that shoulder at the end. And, boy, what a great individual effort.
So 20-7, our new score. And we see another penalty. Let's look and see. The officials are about to give it to. They moved it back. Here's Barnett rolling to the right side. And makes a couple of men miss. Goes toward the goal line, bounces it out, and he will go back to the same pylon.
Boy, what a great weaving run right there. That's a great individual effort right there. There were black shirts all around him.
2 plays in a row. He gets the 2-point conversion there to make it a 22-7 lead.
2-yard touchdown run by
And again, you go back and you look at Thorsby right here starting to get some momentum. They start this drive, and one big key, the long pass to Sellers as he's able to haul it in.
That's the screen
Pick
go.
up big yardage. Barnett tucks it under like he's running. Nope, stop. Let's make an incredible throw down to about the 3. And then he'll follow it up, dipping the shoulder, getting into the end zone. That time, again, just really a counter created by a bad snap.
Yep. The snap actually moved the defense the other way. And then, of course, that last one, the snake into the end zone. And that was pretty much all Brody Barnett on that drive, throwing and running.
So 22-7 the score. Thorsby leading by a couple of scores now here on this homecoming night at Fayetteville.
That's a big score right there. I mean, 15 points looks not insurmountable, but pretty high mountain.
As we said, homecoming festivities right before the game, and there's Allie Buttram, this year's 2019 homecoming queen at Fayetteville. She's the daughter of Jeremy and Caprice Buttram. As big night for that young lady there, and again, they have a big time out here in the pregame festivities. And congratulations to that young lady being the homecoming queen at Fayetteville. Thorsby to kick off, and a flag comes in. They'll move it back 5.
I don't know if somebody crossed the line of scrimmage. You know, they do that muddle huddle fake onside kick, but if you cross that line, that could be a penalty.
Not sure if they did that or delay a game, but I believe they may have crossed. It was called by the side judge there. So that'll move it back 5 yards.
Kick it from there.
And let's see if Fayetteville can find a way offensively to put together another drive.
You're thinking it's a lot cooler night than it has been, but if you look at those gray pants right there, those guys are sweating pretty good. It's still,
It's still sticky.
Still pretty warm.
Yeah, 78 when we started this one, and still we are not to the cooler weather by any stretch. Kickoff taken, bobbled, loose ball. Thorsby with a chance to get it once, twice, and then finally picked up, and that's Tyler Ray, and he will take it into the end zone. Tyler Ray, Johnny on the spot right there, picks it up, and he will go in for another Thorsby touchdown.
That was great coverage by Thorsby to knock that ball loose, first of all, and heads up to get that thing in. And yet another really horrific turnover by Fayetteville. And now they got a tall mountain to climb.
Brady Holmes fielded it on the hop. You see the coverage coming down, and he tries to go left, and a big hit there, and just knocking it out that's going to be Lockhart. Tyler Lockhart pops it loose. Tyler Ray grabs it, gets through with one defender there, and he will waltz into the end zone and make it a 28-7 lead for Thorsby.
And pretty frustration right there. I think that's Brady Holmes that was not able to hang on to it. And
then Barnett with the 2-point right up the gut to make it a 30-7 lead. And Just like that, 16 unanswered points.
Boy, just like that is right. I mean, this thing turned in a hurry.
Big time. 16 unanswered makes it 30-7. Another look at the Fayetteville miscue.
Well, you know, you want to carry it high and tight. You can see the air between the body and the receiver's between the ball and the receiver's body, and the thing comes loose. And Thorsby very opportunistic, picks it up, and a big play for Tyler Ray. And as we've said a couple of times, boy, this thing turned in a big-time hurry. And I tell you, that play sheet now just got a lot smaller. You got to get points in a hurry now.
Again, we couldn't be with you each and every Thursday night without help from all of our sponsors, and we appreciate Representative Ron Johnson of District 33 for helping you bring you tonight's Thorsby and Fayetteville football game. I appreciate his support of high school football and the education system in general. Again, that's Representative Ron Johnson of District 33. 30-7 the score. And like you said, it was 14-7 just a moment ago. And a couple of big plays by Thorsby.
Well, you know, I said that Fayetteville needs to score points in a hurry, and let me kind of clarify that a little bit. You know, they need a drive. You know, they need to get it back down to 2 touchdowns. We're still in the third quarter, but they need something on this drive for sure.
Short kickoff. Looked like he called for a fair catch, but now tugging under, it comes loose again. He did call for the fair catch, and then
very fortunate that the official blew that whistle, because that one came loose again.
Kickoff is fielded by number 12, Blake Matchett.
Coach Davis is going to ask about that.
Yeah, he's like, if it's a fair catch and then you run, it's a delay of game. And Coach Davis want to know what the call is. And
I think they may do a little ball security drills at Fayetteville High School next week.
I think so. And so, again, Coach Davis trying to find someone to answer his question. And so, official says, we're not going to give you that one, but Coach Davis pleading his case over here. Here comes Fayetteville. First down and 10. Blitz is coming. Deloach in trouble. Hit. Dropped. You see that blitz coming now. A.J. Smith is coming off that edge, and now they're just unable to handle him.
Well, they had, I think, a running back was trying to block him, but he was no match for him. You're going to watch right here to the left of your screen. He just runs right through the attempted block right there. Excuse me, I think that was by the left tackle that was trying to block him.
Yeah, Blake Ritchie just couldn't get a.
And he just ran right through that. Great edge move by that young man right there.
So we'll say loss of 5, second and about 15 for the Wolves. This time, Deloach steps back, throws it. Catch is going to be made. Out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line goes Luke White.
Got the sack back, plus about 3 yards. Just a nice little hitch route. Good throw and catch.
Makes third down a little more manageable. So we'll say third and about 6.5 to go. That's what it looks like from here.
Really a crucial series right here. You know, you don't want to go 3 and out after the mishaps that have occurred. You want to get a nice drive and get some momentum back.
Third down. Down the middle, catch made. Matchin going to haul it in out to about the 44-yard line, and that's good for a Cindy Pennington first down. It's a good little slant route there, and well-delivered football.
Ran the slant right on the money. Not the easiest throw to make in there, and that's not an easy catch either, because it comes right from all those helmets and arms and shoulder pads, and very well executed right there, and that's a big first down.
And that is also the end of the third. Big 16-point outburst by the Thorsby Rebels as they jump out to a 30-7 lead here over Fayetteville. Fourth quarter action coming your way next on the HSAA Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundations.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM, your TV home for high school sports in Alabama. This Thursday on WOTM, catch the AHSAA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundations. This week's matchup features the Jacksonville Eagles versus the White Plains Wildcats. Stay with WOTM through the postseason for live games all 4 weeks of the playoffs. WOTM, the home of the AHSAA Super 7, from Jordan Hare.
Give a big round of applause for our
Coach Darrell Davis of the Thorsby Rebels, 12 minutes away from grabbing a big region win tonight and spoiling a homecoming there at Fayetteville, leading 30-7.
Well, and the look doesn't show it, but I bet he was pretty pleased with that third quarter. His guys came out and took care of business and regained control of this football game.
So 30-7. You know, you look at Thorsby, and again, as they have one more region game left to play, and that's as they square up against Coosa Central later on. Donahue Physical Therapy, one of our proud sponsors tonight. Gain relief and lose the pain. And ask your doctor to find out more about Donahue Physical Therapy for post-surgical rehab, total joint rehab. It's your choice, so choose Donahue. Again, Donahue Physical Therapy, 114 West Fort William Street in Sylacauga. First down and 10 for the Fayetteville Wolves as the blitz is coming again. DeLoach trying to hit a little slant pattern there, intended for Tyler Hill, and it's knocked away by Xavier Leverett.
There's a nice break on the ball by Leverett, but got to come down with that one right there. A little turn-in route, and had a chance to pull that thing in, but good contact by Leverett and went for naught.
So second down and 10. Fayetteville needing a big play to climb back in this one. 3 wideouts will go to the left. And DeLoach steps back. Tries a little wheel route. Catch is going to be made down the far sideline, down to the 20-yard line, 10, and into the end zone for the Fayetteville Wolves is Luke White. We said they needed a big play, and they get it right there on the touchdown pass from DeLoach to White.
Well, you called it, Tommy. It was the wheel route. Inside receiver goes behind the outside receiver right down the bottom of the numbers. Really well-placed ball right here. And look at White as he pulls that thing in. He's got some jets now. He pulls it in. He runs away from the coverage, and just like that, that momentum is trying on a black jersey again.
30-13, 2-point conversion. Or actually, they may go ahead and kick this one. Looks like they will. And Phillips on for the extra point.
Yeah, you kick the extra point here. You know, it's still a 2-score game.
There it is. 30-14 cuts it to a 16-point lead. A big play by Fayetteville as DeLoach finally gets a little bit of time, and he just lays it out perfectly, and White runs under it and takes it to the house.
Yep. You know, good speed, nice wheels right there. And, you know, the wheel route, it's good in Pee Wee football to the National Football League. It's just a tough route to cover. You have to react very quickly. If you don't, why? That's going to be the result.
So 30-14.
That was just what the doctor ordered for the Wolves.
We said they needed a big play, and boy, they reacted pretty quickly with that one. Cuts it back to 16.
Onside kick. Yeah, a little
it's early. I tell you, you know.
And the surprises have not exactly gone their way.
Right. Everything they've tried to go with some kind of shock factor has backfired.
Well, it's been shocking.
Yeah. Not the way you want it.
Yeah. Well, I've been there.
So I think and you look at it, you know, for the most part, Fayetteville's defense has played well, and maybe they can find a way to get back and get a stop. You know, you're going to get a steady dose of Barnett on the other side. You just got to find a way to control him. And
you know, the last couple of series, you know, they have not had that relentless pursuit that we talked about in the first half, and we're going to see if this score is going to give them a shot in the arm and maybe get back to ball hawking that football.
They will kick a little pooch, and it's going to be fielded, and to the ground he goes. And there's Luke Davis. They tried to kick it right over him, and Davis just took a step back and went up and got it.
And I did not notice earlier, but that time everybody in that front line had on a single-digit number, which means they had guys up there that could catch the ball.
So here it is, first down and 10 for the Rebels. They will start at about the 45-yard line. They'll try to eat some of the clock away now.
And I think we'll see a pretty steady dose of that young man right there, too, who really has been very effective running the ball tonight.
We'll get those 5 receivers, and then he pump fakes, goes to the side. Catch is going to be made by Ray. Ray will bring it across midfield, and he will take it to about the 49.
That's that quick screen that was so good in the first half that was shut down. You fake one way, you throw the screen back the other way. That time able to slip the initial hit right there, but a nice open field tackle. And, of course, you know, the better you play the quick screen, the more you set up a deep ball, which is what they hit, late in the third quarter.
So second down, about 5.5. And this time Barnett's going to keep it. He's chopped down. Good play in the backfield.
Yeah, it's good recognition that time by Matson. He reads the speed sweep quarterback keep. You can see him sitting right there in the hole. He's keying it all the way and says, "Not this time, my friend."
So third down at about 7. Can the Wolves get a stop? Get the football back here. This would be a big play if they can get a stop on third.
I was going to say, Tommy, this is the biggest play in the game to this point.
Barnett in the backfield as he will step back, looking, throwing it deep. Going down the middle, coverage is there and incomplete.
Yeah, really nice job in the coverage there by
Kagan
Bryant.
Nice coverage on the play.
He just stayed right there with him, just inside, and really just used his body to just shield him away. I mean, no hands or anything. Just blocked him out like a rebound.
Yeah, if you look at Kagan Bryant right there, he's got inside leverage, and he's not holding the receiver, just keeping his body between the ball and the receiver, just like you're supposed to do. And that stop is exactly what the doctor ordered.
So it stops the clock with 10:13 on the incomplete pass, and now punting the football away.
Yeah, I'll bet you if the Rebels had to do that over again, they probably would have run that ball a little bit more and tried to keep that clock running.
Sellers punts it away, but a flag before we get the snap underway. And let's see what the indication is here. He will tell us. False start on the offense, moves it back 5. Daryl Davis can't really be thrilled with the way the last few minutes has gone.
They had the game really by the throat, and they've given up a big play and a score, and now this 3 and out offensively, it can't be what he was looking for.
Snap to Sellers. A little bit of pressure, but gets it out of there. Fair catch is called for and made at about the 26-yard line. Pulling it in is Luke White. So here comes the Fayetteville offense with a chance to cut into that lead again.
And that time he surrounded that ball and looked it all the way in. And that's what you got to do when you're a punt returner. You got to have possession first.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to pick
so here comes first down and 10.
And a drive for a score here would make it real interesting, Tommy.
Touchdown, and again, we're 2 scores away.
Yep. 2 scores and 2
2-point conversions. Yeah, I mean, it's see if Fayetteville's offense can dial something up. Deloach comes back, throws it, catch is going to be made. They were trying the hook and lateral, and it is they call the incomplete pass. That time they were trying to go with it. You see the trailing back. Watch this right here. He throws it out here. The catch looks like it was made. And then as he tries to lateral it, it's knocked away, and they just ruled an incomplete pass. I think that's a break.
Yeah, I think it is too. I mean, he definitely had him out there. Now, whether or not he could have gotten it to him, I don't know. And I couldn't see what was behind him as far as the coverage. But, that's always a feast or famine play.
So second down and 10. Deloach in trouble, steps up, comes away from it. Now in trouble, just going to have to throw it and get rid of it. He does. It's incomplete.
Smart play right there. Just
save the down.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to throw that football, so sets up a third down and 10. And now they will say intentional grounding. They're going to say intentional grounding against Deloach.
Intentional grounding against the Wolves.
As he just threw that one out of bounds. Coach, what you see?
Well, you know, in high school, you know, there is no outside the tackle box, but it looked like there was a guy in the general area. Well, maybe not.
It's evidently the call there, so it's
penalty and a loss of down.
going to be a loss of down, so now third down, and really the equivalent of a sack. So just going to have to see what they can come up with here on third and about 15 yards to go. They can dial up and look at that wheel route again. Deloach, pressure coming, steps up. Now you're going to throw it deep. Got a man down there and incomplete. Tried to find Matchin.
Yeah, just hoped that he would, you know, outfight the defender for the ball. And I think he had a chance to do that the way it hung up there, but it was behind him and to the outside, which is a very difficult adjustment. Now we do have a flag. Take a look at it.
Yeah, you see him battling downfield, but another flag, and I believe this may be against the Rebels. Personal foul against the Rebels, and it's going to be automatic first down.
Big conduct against Thorsby. Be a 15-yard penalty.
Coach Darrell Davis will not be thrilled about that one, nor his assistant coaches, as that will keep the drive alive for the Wolves. So first down and 10, another Cindy Pennington first down out to about the 36-yard line. And Fayetteville, chance to keep this drive alive. Deloach pressure all over him. Tries to get away. Does, and he will throw it this time at the foot.
Yeah, it looks like they may mark that he was out of bounds.
Deloach's pass falls incomplete.
We'll see. I did see the official. Like he spotted the sideline. Yep.
Yeah, they'll say he stepped out of bounds before he threw it at the feet of Tyler Hill. So we'll call it second down at about 14. Just trying to get anything going offensively here. Just keeping the football, but just can't get a positive play.
You know, the penalty bailed him out first time. A little twisted stunt right there, and
miscommunication there.
So it's going to be third and 14.
Deloach's pass falls incomplete.
Obviously, if your objective is to stay ahead of the chains by down a distance, this isn't happening. But
14 coming up for the Wolves.
I'm sure they'll try to hit a big one here. Maybe go back to that wheel route, huh?
Yeah, I think he's got an opportunity here. Come up with something here on third and 14. The clock stopped at 9:21 left. You need a touchdown and a 2. And come back and do the same thing again. So 16 points down. As Deloach will step back. Got pressure, throws it out there. Going to be picked off. Going the other way with it is going to be Lockhart. Lockhart will take it down the far sideline for the pick 6 for the Thorsby Rebels. And a 36-14 lead.
Well, and that was the wheel route again. They tried to go right back again to Luke White, but that time Lockhart read it all the way, sat on the route, and really looked like he was out to practice early and just picked it. White is going to be the number 3 receiver, and he circles all the way outside. That's a long way to go, and you can see Lockhart just read it all the way. I mean, he went to school on that. And, he's had quite a night.
Triple coverage out there. And it is a pick 6 for the Rebels and a 36-14 lead. So now, 2-point conversion coming up. Thorsby will try to add to it. Barnett takes it. He'll fake it and keep it left side. He's going to be hitting shy of the goal line, so our score will remain 36-14 with 9:07 left here in this ball game. Again, you see Deloach drop back, looking for that wheel route, trying to get a big play, and there's triple coverage out there, nowhere to put that football, and Lockhart jumps up and takes it down the far sideline for 6.
It really looked like Lockhart smelled the route out the entire way and just sat on it. Just waited for the ball to be thrown. It looks like he knew right where it was going to be thrown before it was thrown. And yet another big turnover. That's been the story of this game.
Really has. Fayetteville has, again, 2 pick 6s by the defense from Thorsby tonight. Also another interception that set up a score. And so again, 36-14. Proud of all our sponsors. Thankful for folks like Lori Darlings, and we talked about some of the great food they have. And again, you might want to check out that chicken liver plate, country fried steak plate, real pork chop plate. But don't forget tomorrow night and Saturday, all you can eat fish plates at Lori Darlings. That's 8091 Sylacauga, Fayetteville Highway in Fayetteville.
All you can eat fish plate. You know, that just has a kind of a nice ring to it.
That sounds. Right now, that would be a treat. Thorsby gonna kick it off again, as they have taken control of this ball game here in the second half. High, short kick, gonna be fielded. Matchin's got it, and he will be hit immediately.
The Rebels have him.
And he's slung down back there, and of course the fans on this side wanting another penalty right there after a little extracurricular at the end of the play.
Kickoff returned by number 12, Blake Matchin.
And the body language and you know, on the Wolf side of the
Return
ball
gets them
is
out to the 37-yard line.
obviously not real positive right now, but you got to fight through it. Keep playing.
Uphill climb right now.
Yeah,
down by 22 with 9 minutes left.
Yeah, back to a 3-score game. I mean, again, now it becomes imperative that this drive be a score. You know you don't want to be in a big hurry right here. Obviously, you don't want to waste time, but you know, you got to use your whole arsenal and get a score and get it back to 2 scores, and then probably go for the onside kick.
Deloach steps back, throws it down the middle, and collision out there at about the 40-yard line, and a flag will come in. And a little pushing and shoving as they tried to hit White, and he was.
Yeah, I think this might be maybe contact on a defenseless player right here. As Tyler Ray came up and gave him a pretty good shoulder.
Yeah, and again, you look at it, and he is still down. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And the receiver still down. Personal foul, that is a targeting call. And the receiver is still down there at about the 36-yard line.
And of course, you know when that ball's in the air, you want your secondary to break to it. You want to be aggressive in breaking the play up, but that one looked like it was a little bit too late. And really the ball looked from here like it was kind of an afterthought. It's just
just looking down the middle of the field, and again the ball is high and just a shoulder right in there.
Yeah, that's pretty late right there.
Luke White takes a pretty good shot right there, and as he's walking off under his own power.
The penalty is 15-yard targeting call against Thorsby.
So the penalty against the Rebels.
First down.
And that will earn another Cindy Pennington first down. Really the hard way for Fayetteville there.
That's pretty good lick right there that Tyler Ray put on Luke White, and it did appear to be pretty late.
See White there. Looks like he is in pretty good spirits. He's got a couple little smiles there. Yeah. So
not an easy game to play.
No, it's not.
It's you're going to get hit and you're going to get taxed, and I tell you that the game never lets up now. It's
now
it always demands your best.
The officials coming over the side over here to talk to Coach Limbaugh, and they mark it for play. At about the 48-yard line, first down and 10. Here come the Wolves. 8:52 remaining. They got it first down and 10. Deloach, half roll to the left, throws it out in the flats. It's going to be incomplete. Didn't really have anywhere to put that football, just kind of throws it away. And gets a second down and 10 now.
Yeah, try to roll to the left, and usually you have a layered route. You know, you've got a guy deep, a guy about 15 yards going towards the bench, and then a flat route, but that one never materialized. Really had nowhere to go with the ball, but it does stop the clock.
8:46, 22-point lead for Thorsby. Second down and 10 now. Tucks it under, and now going to try to just come to the sideline, get what he can. Deloach will scamper out of bounds.
Yeah, good coverage by Thorsby and nice poise by Deloach to pull it down and run. Got some positive yardage and got out of bounds to stop the clock. That's about as good as you can hope for in that right there.
His first read, just nothing there, and just tuck it under, go to the sideline, step out of bounds, and he'll pick up about 5. So we'll call it 3rd down and 5 now for the Wolves.
And Fayetteville's in dire straits right here, but all is not lost now. I mean, it's touchdown here. We get it back down to 2 scores, possibly, and score fairly quick. Still going to have a good amount of time left on the clock.
Sliding catch by Luke White. Good to see him back in the ball game. Inside the 40 at about the 39-yard line. Let's see what the spot gives.
Picked up 4 yards.
It's going to be close.
4th and 1 coming up.
It will be shy of the first down by about a half yard. So 4th down and a yard to go for the Wolves here.
It goes without saying, but we'll say it anyway. This is a must. They've got to convert this. All right. We might see the Wildcat right here with
almost getting Thorsby to jump. They try it twice. Now rolling out. It's going to be Deloach, and he can't get there. He's going to be pushed out of bounds.
That looked like a busted play.
Yeah, something was not right there, and he just ran out of bounds. He'll lose a yard or 2. And looked like he thought it was 3rd down. Deloach is saying he thought it was 3rd down. But it is going to be a turnover back to Thorsby on downs here with 7:49 remaining. 1st down and 10 for the Rebels.
Strange play.
Very much so.
Yeah, and I do wonder if he maybe lost track of the downs right there, because it looked like a broken play from the beginning.
Barnett will give it off this time. Lockhart got a flag on the play as Lockhart takes it into Fayetteville territory. I believe this one's coming back.
Yeah, probably a hold from where that one was thrown right there.
Penalty flag on the play.
Plenty of penalty flags tonight. Another hold against the Rebels.
Yeah, and I guarantee you when the coaches review this film on both sides of the ball, they're not going to like the unforced errors and the penalties that have occurred.
We talked about the Fayetteville defense and how they were giving up 44 last several weeks. They've given up 36, but let's talk about it. 2 of those were pick sixes. One was about a 5-yard drive after an interception.
Yeah,
so
and I mean, they played some very good defense in spurts tonight. They, as we said, didn't quite pursue the ball. There's yet another mishandled snap.
Barnett gets out of there with it, and he'll get back to about the 40-yard line. Going to set up 2nd down and long. But, as a whole, I think the defense for Fayetteville looked pretty good. It's just they were put in some bad situations by the offense. And, pretty much the entire second period they were played in, within 30 yards of their own end zone. So they really fought at the end of the second period. But
yeah, offensive mishaps have been the story of this game, I think, if you're trying to pinpoint the demise of Fayetteville to this point. Still not over.
Brody Barnett pump fakes. Now he's going to throw it deep into double coverage, and oh my goodness, what a catch. Sawyer Sellers goes down and gets that one and pulls it in for the Cindy Pennington 1st down. He is 6'5", and he used every inch of it to go between 2 defenders and pull it in.
It's great. Watch him concentrate on that ball. Goes right down with the ball to pull it in, and great concentration to tuck it in and not let the ground knock that thing loose.
But a penalty flag in the backfield. This time it's going to be against Fayetteville. That is declined. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Thorsby on another Cindy Pennington 1st down. It was a tremendous catch that time by Sawyer Sellers.
Yeah, it really was. We won't see one much better than that.
I tell you, you look at that young man, 6'5", 200, only a junior.
Yeah, and he's got he's got a future. I mean,
you see the athleticism.
And just great ball skills.
1st down and 10. Thorsby's got it now at about the 33-yard line. Barnett gives it off. Nope, keeps it left side. Actually does give it. I couldn't track that one down. And,
pretty good fake.
Very good. Lockhart not able to get much over on the right side.
Runs around right in.
It's going to bring up second down and long, but you see that clock continuing to roll in this one.
Bring up second and 11.
You know, as wide as those black shirts bit on the play, I bet you we're going to see the quarterback keeper off that, and we'll see Barnett running it inside here pretty soon.
Barnett's been impressive.
Yeah, he has.
Throwing the football, and again, the thing I like about his running ability is just the way that he sits back and allows his blocking to develop. You see him a very patient runner, especially when you normally don't see quarterbacks that patient.
Yeah, you know, he was only averaging about 2.7 yards a carry coming into this game, but he did have 207 yards, and he did have a 45-yard run. But he's really been extremely effective tonight and showed great skills too.
Thorsby going to call a timeout there. The play clock was winding down.
Timeout on the field called by the Rebels.
Rebels lead 36-14. Start looking at, again, Ox Foundations. We appreciate their sponsor, the banner sponsor throughout the season, as they are, again, a huge part of high school football here on WOTM, our HSA Game of the Week. Again, folks to call if you're having any kind of foundation issues. You can get in touch with the great folks at Ox Foundations. 5:26 remaining. Second down and 11 now for Thorsby.
And I'm sure that Coach Davis right there is telling them, hey, you know, let's keep the ball in bounds. Let's run that clock down and punch in another big first down, and let's end this thing.
Yeah, all the things that you go over there, especially that's just keep that clock running and try to move to 4-4 on the year. Most importantly, though, the region, they will strengthen that hold of the third spot. Barnett tucks it under, positive yardage, as he will fight down to about the 25-yard line. He is brought down there by Cam Keaton, who's been very instrumental in this defense for the Wolves.
Almost like an option play out there. You know, he had
3rd and 3 coming up for the Rebels.
Back out in front of him, tucked it up inside and showed that dart ability. Is that such a word, Tommy?
It is tonight.
Yeah.
Third and about 2.5, 3 yards here. Barnett, you would expect, would carry this one, and he's in trouble in the backfield. Gets through 2 defenders and going to take it close. And see what, he is hard to hem up, isn't he, Coach?
Yeah, he really is, and you know, it's really a smart play on his part right here. He tried to get outside when he couldn't get it. He just planted, got upfield, and tried to get 4 yards, which is what you want your quarterback to do. But most importantly, he took care of that football. He put it away when he was in traffic and would not allow that ball to be turned over.
And he's able to find a way to get that Cindy Pennington first down for the Thorsby Rebels. This time, pump fake one way, screen the other way, caught by Tyler Ray. Spins off 2 defenders, and he will take it inside about the 19-yard line. But, you know, we talked about coming into this ball game, the important players. We talked about Lockhart, but when you look at the player in this ball game, it's got to be the way Brody Barnett has executed offensively. He's got the touchdown rushing right here where he ran through a couple of defenders. We've seen him throw the football. And, again, he has just been the leader offensively in a big night for number 2.
Yeah, he really has. He's really done it all for the Rebels right here. Here's a score where he stretches the ball at the end of the run and just a great effort to get it in. He's really had quite a night.
For that, how strong is he? Well, he's Ox Strong. He is our Ox Strong player of the game. Brody Barnett, congratulations to him, the quarterback of Thorsby High School.
Injured player for the Wolves, number 18, Jacob Weiss.
Got a player down for Fayetteville, and going to be Weiss as he will jog over here on the near side.
Looks to be okay. Sure hope so.
Tell you what, when you play a football game and players like Weiss that do not come off the field the entire ball game.
I tell you what now, I mean, it's a different game when you have small squads now. You don't have any time to feel sorry for yourself, and you've got to be in great condition. obviously you got to learn the skill set on both sides of the ball. It's very demanding. Here's a throwback wheel route
to Ray, and Ray will take it, dive down to the 1 yard line.
There's a heck of an effort, a heck of a throw and catch
really
right
was.
there. You're gonna roll right and throw the wheel back to your left. And it looks like he got popped pretty good at the end of it. You can see the fake, and he comes back and throws it, and then he gets buried.
Yeah,
he lands right on that shoulder.
Tyler Hill all over him as he let that one just fly. And on the other side, Ray gets it, dives close to the end zone. He'll be stopped shy. But they are in the Metro Goals red zone since 1973. Metro Goals has been installing sports equipment throughout the state of Alabama. Whether you're looking for basketball goals, soccer goals, goalposts for a football field, you got to remember the name, Metro Goals. That number, 205-664-0002.
And folks, he's not kidding about that goalpost for a football field.
And look there around the corner and going in again is going to be Brody Barnett. Have yourself a night, young man. He has really executed offensively as he will go in for another touchdown.
Comes off the fake and just outruns the defense to the edge. And I think he's going to sleep pretty good tonight, too.
I think he should. I think he deserves it. 42-14 now the lead for Thorsby. As the Rebels lead continues to grow here with 3:18 remaining. We've got a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike against Thorsby.
Flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike.
Must have been away from the play because you saw Barnett as he came back, and just great sportsmanship on his part to go up to Blake Matchin and just kind of pat him on the back. And he knows that young man has played hard, so it must have been away from what we were looking at.
Kind of a hang in there, buddy, I respect
yeah.
him. Kind of a deal. Surely it wasn't that.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere where we were not looking at the time. 2-point conversion. Throws it across the middle, batted away, intended for Sellers. And the coverage there by Bryant, able to pop it loose. So 3:18 left. It's 42-14.
Tried to run the inside slant right there, a little bit behind him, and a nice job of knocking it loose. And 2-point goes for naught. Here's a touchdown again.
Gets good blocking.
Stutter step and just really outruns the.
Did you see
defense?
Again, just got to the corner, had him pinned inside, and he just stepped inside that pylon again. He has had a night. Again, 42-14, the new score with 3:18 remaining.
Looks real excited about it, huh?
Yeah, he seems like he's got to be tired. I mean, as much as he has done on both sides of the football tonight, at some point you just got to say, I'm just exhausted. And he has really played well for Coach Darrell Davis. Coach Limbaugh on the other side, trying to come up with some plays that they can execute here late and try to make some things happen.
Well, it's no fun to be on the other end of that stuff, and you can see the body language and the looks on that sideline. It's a tough game when you don't win. Everybody works hard. You put a lot of effort into it, but you just turn the page. You get ready for the next one.
So after the unsportsmanlike penalty, it's assessed on the kickoff. So now you've got back at the 25-yard line. Thorsby will be kicking away from that point after they move it back. So the Wolves stand to get good field position to start this drive.
Got a little bit of everything tonight. You got a gymnastics exhibition over there in the field.
You do. And short kick, going to hit. Short. And will roll out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. So we said Fayetteville should get good field position, and I believe they will get great field position to start this drive.
Well, of course, it's pretty much insurmountable to get 4 touchdowns in 3 minutes. I guess it's been done. But the thing you want to do is, you want to leave with as good a taste as you can. So you want something positive to happen. You want your guys to get a drive and feel a little bit better about themselves, and can't get dejected now. Just got to play one play at a time. Let's just worry about the score later on.
Still plenty of season ahead of you. Just got to take care of business the next few weeks. Fayetteville trying to return to the playoffs for the first time since 2015.
I think one of the great things football teaches you is that, you know, there's no time to feel sorry for yourself. You just, you know, you got to just keep trying to get better all the time.
First down and 10. They'll give it off to Limbaugh. Limbaugh taken down at about the 46-yard line. Second down and long.
Yeah, Seth's a little bit different kind of runner right here. He's a load.
He's your power guy coming in at 5'7", 235, only a sophomore.
He's kind of, here's that blast from the past. Charlie Toller from the, you're probably too young to remember Charlie Toller from the Houston Oilers.
I may be. Second down and 7.
Well, that's a compliment to Seth Limbaugh now.
How about that? I'll check that out. Swing pass on the outside is caught.
He was a human bowling ball.
DeLoach's pass complete to number 5, Hunter
Time
Hill.
Leverett on the stop.
2 yards. Wolfsby
I guess I kind of dated myself a little bit on that.
You know,
maybe a little bit.
You went a little further back than I could go, and that does tell some stories there.
Hey, I'll be talking about slinging Sammy Ball here in a minute. So, you know, there's Pacey DeLoach, who, you know, has had his moments tonight. Now.
Yes.
I mean, we knew he was a good player coming in, and he's played very hard and had some nice plays.
That's the thing. You know, the effort by both of these teams has been really good tonight. DeLoach looking, steps back, now going to throw it for all he's worth. Got a man down there and tipped away.
Yeah, that's a nice job just at the last second. Good ball skills right there. And I think, is that Caleb Davis?
Davis, Davis.
Senior.
Able to come out and knock it away. They were trying to find Tyler Hill, and Davis had him one-on-one and able to knock it away at the last moment. So 4th down and 9.
He's a little bit out of phase right here, but
There
just,
you go.
you know, makes up the ground and puts that hand right on the back tip of the ball, just like you want.
So here we go, 4th down and 9. Fayetteville trying to get something positive on this drive. DeLoach got pressure, in trouble, and going to go down. That time DeLoach found himself face-to-face with Kobe Davis, and Davis able to haul him down for a big sack, and it'll be Thorsby football.
I tell you, Davis had a pretty good night, too. We've seen him in that backfield a lot. Just relentless pressure this time. You know, he's going to come on the blitz, and is not picked up, and just will not let DeLoach out of the trap.
So he'll bring him down for another big loss on the play. And now with 1:40, the Rebels will take over. Got a timeout by the Rebels. They may be trying to see if they can get some more guys into the ball game here late as they try to wind down this final 1:40.
Davis kind of looks apart there, doesn't he? His sleeve is ripped, and
he does.
You know, he's covered in sweat.
Like I said, I think, you know, you look at this Fayetteville team, still with a good chance to make the playoffs. They've got to get a couple of wins, and you see the talent there, and again, cutting down on those miscues and you know, the snaps and the fumbles and interceptions. If they can cut down on those, I think they can, you know, make their way into the postseason. They have been, especially defensively, we saw tonight where they can really make some things happen.
I think better. You know, the turnovers have really hurt them, and you know, they weren't just turnovers. I mean, they went for scores.
I think Coach Darrell Davis, you got to address that penalty bug, because his team has really faced that a lot tonight. Again, a lot of penalties in this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, they got some talented guys, and those penalties will cost you big time. I think we've
low
got,
snap.
We've got our backup quarterback in the game.
Good look at.
I think that's Luke Davis. I think.
I believe that's going to be at a 5. And I think you are right, Luke Davis.
Yeah, he's had limited action, just only thrown one pass. He does have 91 yards rushing, averages over 6 yards a carry. So
got Leverett back there with him.
You might see him tote the mail.
Leverett now going to check out, and they're bringing in Theodore Lee, number 70, into the backfield. This is when you let your lineman get a tote, and Lee, look at him turn it upfield, and he'll take it about the 38-yard line. So Theodore Lee on the carry.
Yeah, he has 40 yards on the year.
Thorsby ball carrier around left end. Play picks up 5
not a lot of
yards,
running backs
play
worth
back on the
70.
tackle.
No.
And,
ladies and gentlemen,
we
we'd
are
like to
winding
thank you
into
for spending your night here
the
with
final
us here
minute
at
of the
Farm
ball
Leagues
game,
Field.
and Thorsby going to get a
Please
big
remember
win
to pick
tonight.
up trash. Be safe and
As they
buckle
will
up on the way home.
Get the W here, 3rd down at about 9.
Next week, the Wolves will
Davis
play at
will
Horseshoe Bend next Friday night. Please come to Horseshoe
snap
Bend and support the Wolves.
and give it off again. And picking up another 1st down.
Runs
Gonna
with
be Theodore
authority.
Lee. He does.
I think that's probably going to do it.
I think if you're wearing number 70 and you take the handoff, you've got to run with authority, and you got to be north-south.
I remember Sam Huff played linebacker with number 70.
That's right.
Penalty flag on the play.
Because we do have another flag.
Got to finish what we started, so we'll get another flag here. And this is going to be a dead ball foul, personal foul against the Rebels. And I believe it was coming back, and it's going to be on Fayetteville too.
Caught against both teams.
Yeah, so
penalties will be offset.
Again, offsetting penalties there with 18 seconds
Play
left on the
results on
clock.
Rebels 1st down.
So, Coach Davis coaching moment over here as he.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Davis is interested in hearing his explanation.
No, he was definitely not concerned with that. And they'll start the clock here. This should be the final play of the ball game. Bobble on the snap, and Fayetteville's going to pounce on it.
Which will stop the clock.
At 8.8 seconds on it. So Fayetteville will get one more
Thorsby
snap.
fumble recovered by the Wolves. Fayetteville will take over 1st and 10.
1st down and 10.
They tried to ride that ball too long. You know, anytime you let that ball go by your front foot when you're trying to run a replay, that you risk that ball landed on the ground. That's exactly what happened right there. And so Fayetteville will tee it up one more time, and you wonder if maybe they'll chunk one and see if they can get big yardage or just run out the clock.
Deloach is still in there. They'll send Matchin to the left, along with Hill. And he'll drop back. Gets the pocket, throws it deep, got a man down there, incomplete.
Kind of like
and they will let the clock continue to roll, and that will be the final play of the ball game.
Kind of like seeing that, though.
Oh, yeah.
You're still playing to the end. That's good on their part. Good win by Thorsby.
Thorsby, it's a big win, 42-14. Fayetteville, big region game coming up next week at the Horseshoe Bend. So, very interesting matchup there. But Thorsby moves to 4-4 on the year. And Fayetteville falls to 4-3 on the season. Big homecoming night for the Fayetteville Wolves, but big defensive night for the Thorsby Rebels, and they're able to take advantage of some Fayetteville miscues and a big exciting ball game here. But Class 2A Region 4 continues to look like a playoff-bound team for the Thorsby Rebels. We'll be back next Thursday night with more high school football on the HSAA Game of the Week presented by Ox Foundation.